yeah. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. We are at it again. Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick, as always, hanging out with apparently the invisible co-host. I swear to God he was there when we were doing the intro.
My mic came loose, so I got to find the right wrench to adjust it.
Oh, well, there he is. He's having technical difficulties. Anyways, Jeff is here apparently. But if you guys aren't already, feel free to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. I think I got all those. All at Nonsensical Nonsense. You can come in here, check us out, hang out with us live. Also, if you want to get all the episodes, I think we're up to 46 now. You can find those on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Apple, basically anywhere you get your podcast, jollies.
There we go.
Go check us out. Go give us a liking. Go give Jeff the old double thumbing.
Still haven't
Excuse me while I die.
No
and if you guys would like to, for whatever reason, email us if you want to come on the show or you want to sponsor this train wreck. Feel free to
do it at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com.
I was running out of things to do. I'm like, Jesus Christ, just say the fucking line, Jeff.
I was waiting for you to stop talking so I can say it.
Well, that's the first time you ever wait for me to stop talking to say anything.
I have this bolt right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it comes loose. And my kids moved all my wrenches. They decided to clean up for Dad since he wasn't feeling well. And
well, that's nice. I mean, at least they tried to.
Yeah, but they didn't put any wrench in order. You know, they're supposed to go in descending order. I built a rack to hold them, and they just kind of randomly threw them in there. So I'm like, oh, okay, I need to go one size down. I end up grabbing 3 sizes too big. It's just fucking a joke.
It happens.
So, yeah, what are you gonna do?
No,
I mean, the fact that they know where they go impresses me in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you got that going for you.
Yeah. Well,
as I say, I mean, you know, baby steps. They know where they go.
Well, what's funny is I don't know if I mentioned this the other day or on the other podcast that we did. I taught my brother-in-law how to use the drill and how to properly use a hammer and shit. And
yeah,
he was kind of blown away with the fact that he could do it. And I was like, it's not rocket science here, man.
Well, I mean, when you've never done it before and you're learning new things, what's going on, Pops? It is kind of cool. It's an achievement.
You should see his face when I told him to use the table saw.
Well, it wasn't because he didn't know how to use the table.
I don't blame him because
it wasn't because he didn't know how. We've all talked about your fucking
functional.
We've all talked about your fucking whatever the hell you want to call that. That is the epitome, or I think I used that word right. Of redneck ingenuity. Look at that. Hey, 2 big words out of the gate. Watch out. Somebody's feeling extra smart tonight.
All that matters is it works and it cuts a straight line. I don't know why I don't like a circular saw. I have the circular saw and I literally just turned it upside down and bolted it to a piece of wood, but for the life of me, I can't cut a straight line with a circular saw. I can't cut a straight line with a circular saw, so I built the table saw out of the circular saw.
But you use the circular saw to cut the hole in the table for which your blade comes out of.
Well, yeah, you literally because it's adjustable. You set it so it's not touching the wood, bolt it in, and then turn it on and just push, and it cuts right through. So it's zero clearance. I mean, nothing falls in between the blade and the wood.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Well,
super safe, by the way.
Yeah. Jesus.
Every time that thing gets turned on, 40 OSHA people die.
Every time you talk about it, an entire building collapses.
Yeah. Well, speaking of collapsing, literally, we got done on Saturday, and I built that closet. Well, when I built the top rail to hold the clothes,
Mhm.
I didn't realize that it was only being held by one screw, and we had maybe, I don't know, 100 pounds of clothes on it.
How did
And
you
it
not
fell.
know that it was only held together by one screw when you put it together?
Because I couldn't see behind it, because you kind of screwing and it went where I couldn't see it. So I thought 3 screws were in it, but apparently it was only one. So we literally got done, and I was getting ready to go to bed. After we got done with the after show stuff, you saw me dazing out, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to bed. And I went to go to bed. I turned off the light, and all of a sudden I heard, and the top rung fell. So I had to build brackets for it.
Speaking of kids not being able to put their stuff away, Pops, I actually got the girls get their room cleaned. It took, oh my God. I was like pulling fucking teeth. Yeah, I would like to say that I collapsed Saturday night after we went live. But we were done, and a buddy of mine was
5 hours.
A buddy of mine messaged me, and he's like, "Hey, come into my live for a few minutes." I was like, "All right, whatever." So then I went in there, and was bullshitting around with him, and him and another guy. I guess they're TikTok guys.
All right.
And I guess they want to put a tour together of some sort. You know how these bigger TikTokers go on, do whatever.
Right. Like
this
well,
is
those,
this is episode 47. We have 40. Well,
those 2 idiots showed up at that concert, which I looked them up, by the way, and I was not impressed.
Which 2 idiots?
The ones that you met at that Abercrombie and Fitch thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They want to set up something like that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Where they're going to go and put on a show.
A gathering.
Yeah. And we got to bullshitting around about that, and they're like, so the reason we wanted you to come in here is because if this potentially happens, what would you think about coming and emceeing the show? And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah,
Does
sure.
it pay?
I was like, well, yeah, that was the other thing, and that was, we'll talk about that not live. And I was like, okay, we if it pays, and depending on where it's at, or where y'all are going to go, if I can do it, I'm down. I said, as long as I can promote the shit out of nonsensical nonsense. They're like,
amen to that.
Yeah, you're basically running the show. You can do whatever you want. And I'm like, I have a microphone.
And you do not. So you will shut the fuck up.
It says nothing terrible about you, KC. It says that you are loyal and dedicated, and welcome to our cult.
Yes.
We are your fearless leaders. Tom Deasy, what's up?
That reminds me, something popped up.
I mean, in all honesty, we're better than 90% of the bullshit that's on this app. Maybe 95% of the bullshit that's on this app.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, with the exception of people just go live constantly because they have nothing better to do with their lives.
Yeah.
And that's no offense to Tony D. He's awesome. He's just in everybody's thing. I'm talking about the other ones that are just staring at their screen all day.
I forgot that I had logged out of my this Haps account on my phone, and I logged into my original one Saturday when I was playing around. And I was trying to experiment in our after show.
Right.
So I logged back in today. I had 600 fucking notifications.
Yeah, exactly.
In 3 days.
Yeah,
not even 3 days.
It's retarded, and it's literally, this person is live. He just finished going live 2 seconds ago, but he's going live again.
I was like, holy smokes, that is insane.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, I get notifications when Tony D goes live, but it's usually Tony D is in X person's live, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But the one guy, I don't remember the guy's name, but he just goes live. And he just sits at his desk and.
Hello, Boo Bear. Yeah, there's a lot of people that just go out there and just kind of hang out. They'll play music or whatever, which is, I mean, it's their thing. It's what they do, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
say that now, but
context.
I say that now about being live all the time because they have no lives.
Right.
But
I'm not saying my life is fulfilled.
Yeah, I need to. I got some really good news today, actually,
I know.
which will give me more time to focus on social media and focus on this podcast and all
we
that
won't have to
jazz.
worry about you coming in late, coming home late.
Yeah.
And we do have to make sure we keep Wednesdays uptight and end at 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I still won't be going to bed until like 11 or 12, but that's beside the point. Yeah. But one of my goals since I came back home was to get back on with Ohio State. Those of you who don't know, before I left and went to South Carolina, I worked for the university. And when I came home, I made that a goal to get back on with the university. I loved working there. The environment was awesome. It was just a really cool place. I worked maintenance there. So I've had a few interviews over the last couple of years that I've been home. And I understand that it's a state job, and I understand that it takes a long time. Well, the last few months, I've had a couple other interviews, and this morning I got a phone call, and they offered me a job at the university. Now, I was with the medical center before, but this is on the university side. So
nice.
With that comes an actual schedule, Monday through Friday. I'll be off by 2:30 every day.
Nice.
And amongst all the other benefits, I'm really looking forward to going back there. I loved working. Yeah. Well, there's that. The lady that called me today, when she told me that they wanted to offer me the position, I was kind of, believe it or not, I was kind of at a loss for words.
It's not necessarily your dream job, but it's up there in that spectrum.
Yeah, it was a goal. It was one of the goals. This was one of the goals that I wanted to do when I came back home, because I had talked about it for years, and that was my goal being back in Ohio. And to some it may or may not be that big of a deal, but to me, it's where I wanted to be. It's where I enjoyed being.
No, and anytime you achieve a goal, it's awesome. Yeah. And
it was the only regret that I had leaving Ohio, now knowing that I'm back home, was the fact that I quit working at OSU. That was the biggest regret I had. And even to the point before we left, I debated it pretty heavily to even leave Ohio and go to South Carolina because of what I was going to walk away from with that job. So to be back there, but yeah, she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of shocked and really happy." And she's like, "You're shocked?" And I was like, "Yeah, because this was, like I just said, it was one of my goals." And she was like, "Well, there you go." I was like, "So
to win."
Yeah. She's like, "Well, I'm excited that you're excited." I said, "Yeah, I said I really am," and it made my whole day, because the last 2 episodes I was sick. You were sick Saturday night with the COVID. I'm still not over whatever the hell I have. It's still all in my chest.
I'd say right now I'm at like 90%.
I've taken COVID tests.
Spells.
Yeah. I didn't have COVID. I just don't know what I have, but it's fucking me up. So I was still I was off the last 2 days. So I was still kind of blah today at work.
Right.
Because I'm just so damn exhausted. I'm just drained, man. I have no energy. So that's literally
the past couple of days for me has literally been, the wife and I literally just kind of locked ourselves in our room and watch a little TV, pass out, watch a little TV, pass out, eat something, pass out. But oddly enough, normally when I'm at 100%, I can pass out at any time. Nap time, I'll take a nap. But I slept so much the first day that the next day I just couldn't sleep anymore. So I ended up, I found the movie of the week for today. But it's a new movie too, so that's good. But I fell into like a weird sleep pattern. I couldn't sleep during the day. It was weird. Where normally I'm like, "Oh, it's noon. I'm gonna take a nap."
Well, I mean, because that's what I did Sunday, man, and it didn't even have nothing to do with the fact that, we stayed up late and I was drinking and this, that. I was completely out of gas. I fell asleep. I took about an hour and a half nap before the game came on. When the game went off, I fell back asleep. After I watched my Brownies slap the shit out of the Minnesota Vikings. It was an ugly victory, but it was a victory nonetheless. And our defense is looking nasty. So, but I took another nap, woke back up, and then just kind of slothed around the house all day Sunday. And I didn't go into work Monday. So Monday I got up and I was like, oh, I got to get this laundry, blah, 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 put away. A couple things I want to do around the apartment. I got about halfway through that shit, and I had to lay down. I didn't fall asleep. I just laid down because I was just empty.
Yeah, like I wasn't tired, but I couldn't do a lot. That's what was weird. Like when we got done on Saturday, Summer sent me a message saying sleep on my stomach and don't be lazy. And I was like, yeah, good luck with that. Because at one point, my wife and I argued about the fact that I wanted to go get cigarettes, but I went to go get cigarettes, and the walk to the store and back, it felt like I just ran 4 marathons back to back. I got back and I was like, fuck, that was a bad idea. But I got cigarettes.
Yeah, I guess the reason they say sleep on your stomach and not your back is because if you're on your back, it allows the pneumonia to set in, which is another common occurrence with COVID. The pneumonia would set in.
Well,
so
I don't sleep on my back as it is. So.
Well, Summer told me that, and I was like, yeah, good luck with that happening, because I sleep on my back. It's, it's the only way I could really, but I also haven't really been sleeping much because of this godforsaken cough. But,
well, that's what's weird. My mom asked me, my mom sent me a message, are you coughing? I'm like, no, not really. I only developed a cough in the past day, and it's only mainly clearing my throat. I was never really stuffed up. I only had a fever the one time right before we went live the other day on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I had a 102, but I still pulled through. And by the end of the podcast on Saturday, I was back down to, 98.6.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, I was going to say during the podcast yeah. Come and join the almighty nonsensical nonsense. We'll cure all that ails you.
Cure your woes.
We put it upon ourselves. We take your sickness and we put it on ourselves, and that's why Jeff and I have been dying the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we take it all in. Jesus.
Jeff takes it all in.
Oh, fuck.
I don't. Every last inch of it, Jeff will take or drop, whichever comes first.
Like I said, last night, my wife's friend is in town. She's a musical artist or whatever. She's a singer, reggaeton singer. I don't fucking what it is. But she sent my wife a message. Hey, come meet me in Playa del Carmen. And she's like, I'm gonna go. And I'm like, so I'll just stay here and be sick. Because we talked about you and I talked about, maybe I should go out with her every once in a while. And she's like, so I'm going out to the club and then I'm staying at her place. And I'll probably be back Thursday. I'm like, all right, I'd go, but I'd die.
Yeah, all right.
Because even just coming down the stairs or going up the stairs last night, I was trying to play Call of Duty while helping her get ready, which is a terrible idea because I got kicked out of like 3 games because of non-movement.
Yeah, you can't play Call of Duty or anything like that if you're doing other shit. That's a game you got to sit down and.
Oh yeah, but I went up. She called me from something, and I had just finished the game. I was like, all right, I'm coming. And I got to the top of the stairs. And I was like, whoa, either I stood up too fast or I went up those stairs too fast because fuck. And I sat down on the floor for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just dizzy as a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. That's that COVID, man. Yeah. You should have got your L vaccination though.
No, I got my pillow. I got that pill.
What was that pill?
I don't remember.
You're still not going to say it.
No.
Nice. So that's all I got to do. That's all I got to do to get you to stop saying dumb shit.
I'll tell you what, though.
It's just get inside your head.
I've been popping that shit like it's fucking Skittles.
That's probably not good.
Well, no. Well, the funny thing is, when it comes to said pill, it is the side effects are almost none. And during school season, there's a what's it called? I want to say lice, but it's not lice. But there's a bug that gets in kids' hair,
Mhm.
and it's no matter what, every school season, some kid will bring it to school, and your kid ends up getting it. I don't care who you are. So oddly enough, what they tell you is to take this same pill. So we take it anyways. So we've been taking it for 10 years on a not necessarily daily event, but it's, we take it once every 6 months or something like that. And, so I think that's why we haven't gotten COVID up until the point where my wife caught it. And then she gave it to me. But luckily, with the 4 kids here, with the older 2 siblings of my brother and my wife, they were getting ready to go home, and I called grandma and I said, "Hey, you want to take my kids too? Because we can't pay attention to them. We can't even pay attention to ourselves." And so she took them with them, and then today they're going to go see that new Venom movie. Because that's all they've talked about for the past 5 days, and I'm like, I don't care already. Oh,
I want to see that new Venom movie. Actually,
it looks
speaking
good.
of movies, you said you found a new movie this week.
Yeah, my movie of the week is the Guilty with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's on Netflix. It just came out not too long ago, like maybe a week, not even a week. But it's Jake Gyllenhaal is a cop where he's on suspension, and they put him in the 911 center in L.A. And this lady calls in. He gets a bunch of dumb calls in the beginning, and this lady calls in saying she's been abducted. And the guy that quote unquote abducted her basically tells her to hang up the phone too early, so he doesn't know what she knows. She's in a white van. That's it. And the whole thing takes place from his point of view. And the twist at the end fucked me up. Or I was like, damn, that's messed up.
Yeah, right.
Really good.
What's it called? It's called The Guilty?
The Guilty with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mark said your wifey caught the COVID from Juan. Juan. And then she gave it to you so that you would get sick.
She's in the hotels every day, so it's no wonder why she caught it.
Yeah.
But
so it's called The Guilty with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, and literally, it's him and one other guy that you'll recognize for 30 seconds. You'll be like, I know that guy. He's been in a bunch of movies, but you don't know the guy's name. He's a glorified. Literally, you'll see the guy and go, I know that guy. Where do I know him from? And you'll think for days and not realize where you know him from. But it's Jake Gyllenhaal is the only person in it that you're like, I know that.
Ethan Hawke?
No. No, the guy that it's a chubby guy with a beard. I couldn't tell you what I've seen the guy in, but I've seen
Martinez.
I don't know.
Is he a Hispanic guy? Because he's the only chubby guy with a beard. And...
Yeah, that's him. I'd have to see a picture of him.
Yeah, I think.
That's literally, Jake Gyllenhaal is on screen the entire time. The entire, what is it, hour and 50-minute movie?
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Nice.
It's a good plot twist at the end, thriller kind of a, well, that's fucked up kind of movie.
Huh. Joe said she watched it. Pop said
it's good, right, Joe?
So
Netflix it's on Netflix. Definitely check it out. And speaking of my movie of the week from last Wednesday, Squid Game, I sent you an article about Squid Game where Netflix is being sued because of Squid Game.
Well,
it's getting so many views. It's getting so many views. It's fucking up the bandwidth in some countries.
Yeah.
And
Well,
and
I
this,
also heard that
yeah.
Netflix is catching heat. I didn't read the article you sent me, not gonna lie.
Okay, right.
Mark said the Squid Game is messed up. He watched it last night.
It's good,
He
right?
also said she's in the hotels all day. I'm pretty sure that's how divorces happen.
If she's in the lobby, calm down.
Not when your husband's a good little cuck that sits at home like he's
That's right.
supposed to. But Netflix is also getting in trouble, or not really getting in trouble, but kind of catching slack or grief or whatever, because supposedly the subtitle, the dubbing, is not actually what they're saying in the movie or in the show.
Oh, really?
And, people that are, where's the movie from? Korea or Philippines or wherever. Korean people who have watched the movie, or people that speak Korean are like, that's not even remotely close. That's not even remotely close to what they're saying. So I guess they're catching a little bit of heat, and it's not the first movie, because that other movie that you watched, it's on up here, the heist or whatever it was.
Oh yeah. It's called it's called the heist, but it's a Argentinian, I think Argentinian.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I guess that's another one that people are calling out, that it's not dubbed properly at all. And I'm like, well, duh. I could have called that a mile.
Of it.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to dubbing, it's, if you look at something like the Bible in English versus in Spanish, the one in Spanish is twice as big.
Yeah, because, it's like, do you really believe those old kung fu movies back in the day where they were like, you killed my family and dishonored me and now you will die? Like, I don't think that's what they said, because they just talked for 25 minutes.
Exactly.
And that's the best you gave me.
Well, yeah, I mean, the fact that I can understand what the fuck's going on is all I give a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
But The Guilty was good, but Squid Game is fucked up, man. And
he said it's messed up. He said it's
they're looking into a second season. I'm pretty sure it will be, because as of right now, it's number 1 in 90 different countries. That's insane.
Yeah. Mark said that it's pretty messed up. It's like pure execution.
Oh, yeah.
Executions on film.
Yeah.
Or on TV.
But the twist at the end, you don't see coming, and you're like, fuck. Both in Squid Game and in The Guilty.
It's not some bullshit twist. It's not some bullshit twist like they had in The Hangover where they just left their stupid ass friend on the roof.
No. The twist in Squid Game is you kind of figured out close to the end, but then you're like, nope, that can't happen, and then it does happen. And
the twist in The Guilty is the whole time Jake Gyllenhaal is actually the kidnapper.
No, well. I don't want to spoil anything, but Joe, if you said you saw The Guilty, back me up. The twist is worth it.
I got ruined with twist because of M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Holy fuck me. There's a scorpion out here.
We'll catch it and show the camera.
Ass. No,
come on, pussy.
No, the thing with scorpions are, the smaller they are, the deadlier they are, and this one's really small.
Well, don't be a pussy. Well, that's like venomous snakes. The babies are usually more dangerous than the adults.
Yeah.
Because they have no control over their venom glands or whatever. Jeff's gonna die right now on the podcast.
There he is. You see it? Oh, he just fell.
Oh, nice. Oh, I did see it for a minute.
Yeah.
Mark said, put it in your drink, Jeff.
No, this class is
Be a man. Be a man, said Mark.
Yeah, be a man. No, he's underneath my chair, but
he's gonna fucking stab you right in your heel.
Yeah. Well, he's not that big. I can see him.
Yeah.
He's right on the stoop.
You got a top 10 for tonight, or are you burnt out on your top 10s?
Oh yeah. He was only on screen for a second there. I don't dare grab him with my fingers.
What?
I don't dare grab him with my fingers.
Why not? Joe said the ending was unexpected. So, well, maybe I'll check it out this weekend. I'll have to wait and see.
Come here, fucker.
Well, while Jeff is...
there he is.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Now eat it.
No, I threw him in the neighbor's yard.
I'm going to go ahead and bring Pops in.
Yeah.
For his El Top 10-o.
Yeah, I sent you the video so you could actually show the video.
I don't know if you're paying attention, but earlier in the pre-show, I was cursing.
It wasn't upload.
Yeah, I uploaded and the song we started the broadcast with was a new song with a new Blacktop Mojo song off their new album.
Right.
And that uploaded just fine. And then I couldn't get the damn
9
what kind of fish
video.
do you have, Mark? Yeah, right. I was like, come on, you're fucking busted my balls.
3-minute song, no problem. A 9-second video, fucking problems for days.
Yeah, exactly. How the hell's your headset at, Pops?
I'm working on it. I got a different phone, so I got to work on it.
Well, we just want to make sure we can hear you loud and clear. Unfortunately, we can see you. Now we just want to make sure we can hear you. Way to be prepared, Jeff. I swear to God, you two are related. Between last week, fucking bartender over here. Yeah, we're right in the middle of a podcast. Bang, bang, clang, clang, tang, tang.
I was packing my cigarettes.
No, Pop's making his drinks last Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, Jesus. Sounded like a car crash. I am.
Shut that one off. I got to turn this one on.
For sitting in the outside in the wind, I am sweating my ass off.
Oh, it's probably still 115 degrees down there?
No, it's 85. But I'm also still sick, so it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, there's that. Come on, Pops. I'm going to need you to be more prepared next time. This is a professional podcast.
Yeah.
We are professionals.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his little fucking stylus pen because he wants to be cool.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking Palm Pilot, Scott.
We're professionals. We're pros. We got 4 whole retweets tonight.
Yeah, which is impressive, considering how often we tweet.
We tweet a little bit more than you probably think we tweet, but you would know that if you're actually on social media.
Well, this past week I literally haven't done shit because I literally just kind of left the phone sit.
And by we tweet, I mean me tweet.
I tweet, but it usually gets me in trouble, so I don't.
Well, you save that nonsense for your personal Twitter page. You can be a tweet hole over there. You're not allowed to be a tweet hole on ours.
Well, as I said, I literally my phone on Monday was completely off the entire time. I didn't even realize it was off. The battery was just dead sitting there. I was just so far out of it.
Well, I think Monday, Facebook had an outage across the board. Facebook, Instagram, all that, because
they own all three.
I think but I had reached out to you to check on you, and I was like, "Well, fuck you, then, Jeff." And then I realized.
I know.
It was. Apparently, there's a news story about. Yeah, we can hear you. There was a news story about that. Apparently, they were deleting a bunch of stuff that has been gone on for years and nobody said anything about. They just kind of like, oh, we'll ignore it and hopefully it'll go away.
Yeah.
Something about porn.
That's just Zuckerberg. That's all it was.
Yeah, pretty
He was
much.
sucking
Well,
somebody.
I messaged you and I wanted to check on you and see how you were doing, and then you never responded back, and I was like, well, fuck him then. I hope he's laid up in the street somewhere, asshole. and then it was later that I was talking to Cam because I had messaged Cam to see if he wanted to play Call of Duty, and then we just jumped on the game together. And I was like, I tried messaging you, and he's like, dude, Facebook is down. He's like, oh, boom. That's probably why Jeff never
Don't I feel
responded
like a
back to me.
fucking asshole?
Well, now that Pops is all situated, welcome to the show, Pops. You
Hey.
got a fucking strobe light going on behind you? You got the policeman, sir?
I got the Popo back here somewhere.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Hey, what can we say? I got to pull up my list.
Oh my gosh, so unprepared.
Oh,
I said this Saturday.
Hey, my
I'm gonna
phone
say it
died.
again.
My phone died last Saturday.
I believe it.
It did. It just literally died.
I believe it. Well, here, while you're getting prepared, we'll play this.
yep.
We played this.
Maybe. Oh, maybe. Oh, God, I broke it.
Nonsensical Nonsense presents Real Men with Lack of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. iDriver Dooley, for no reason. So it's your time to shine. Give us your top 10.
You have no idea how hard it
Give
was
us
to
our
get that background
top
music.
10. No,
I've got
give
a-
us the
what's-
top 10.
Once I get rid of this chest thing, I gotta send you the backup so you can add those to it.
Yeah. Well, oddly enough, getting that background music I had to download an app to remove the voice, and it was a huge pain in the ass.
I believe it. Trust me. All right, Pops, what you got for us tonight?
Okay. You guys aren't gonna believe this, but I did some looking around, did some soul
Get ready to
searching.
go. Gee, take
Actually
this a
did
little bit
this
more
about-
serious than you need to. Jesus.
Yeah,
Calm down.
actually took me about 10 minutes to look this up.
Pops
10
is like, I
minutes and
found
fix it.
Jeebus.
3 hours to
10
get ready.
10 minutes. You know, I was actually thinking, seeing how my son is going to go back to work at OSU, I was going to do a top 10 all-time quarterbacks of OSU just to get him squared away.
Well, this list is going to go over about as well as your top 10 pickup lines because there's no such thing as great quarterbacks and OSU in the same sentence.
Of OSU. See?
There's no such.
I cannot believe that this boy has survived so long working for OSU during Michigan State game. He would go in there wearing his Michigan shit. At an OSU, he would wear Michigan shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I knew football players from there too. So
we are doing a top 10 excuses why women don't want to have sex. Yeah, that's what I said too.
It's called a mirror. Look at it.
Somebody turned around and told me I should do one about men, and I said, nah, men don't have any excuses.
The only excuse we have on when we don't want to have sex is we're dead.
But anyhow, our top 10. You got to believe some of this. I was going to pass this one up until I got down to, I think, number 3. Then I said, yeah, this has got to be good. This is good. All right. Are we ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll.
Our number 10 top reason why women don't want to have sex. The cat is watching us.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Really?
that cat's getting Adam Vinatieri out the bedroom.
These
That's
are
football
the comments-
reference. You're free to.
This
You don't
is
get
the
it.
these are the comments that come along with this. The cat is watching. Really, folks? Toss the kitty out of the bedroom and get it on.
Grab it by his tail and wing it around. Yeah, problem solved.
Number 9. I have to do laundry. Yeah, I got to do laundry. There
Let
are
me know when the
few
washer
things
hits spin cycle. You can climb
Amen
up
to
on
that.
that.
Make sure the load is uneven.
Yeah, right. Throw some shoes in the washer, turn the spin cycle on.
Here
We've
we
done
go.
that. Yeah, we've done that.
But
Just-
me being the asshole, I'd be like, well, here, wash these too. Throw her some
Anyhow.
more clothes.
yeah.
There are a few there are a few things in life that I'd avoid in order to do laundry. Sex is definitely not one of those things.
Yeah.
Number 8. The Office is coming on in 10 minutes.
Record that
That's
shit.
terrible. That's
There
a
you
terrible
go.
fucking show. That's a
Really.
terrible show and a terrible excuse. That would be grounds for.
Divorce.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go that far, but that might get you a black eye.
No,
Justified black eye.
My reaction to that was be like, well, reverse cowgirl. We can both watch the same show.
Yeah,
There you
doggy
go.
style. Yeah.
Okay.
We can do it
There's
the
one
doggy
word,
style. We can both watch
there's a
X-Files.
there's a one word response to that, Jeff. You got it. Record that shit.
Yeah. That DVRs.
Okay, number 7. I could see number 7. I can actually see number 7. Number
All right.
7. Privacy curtain or not, I prefer to wait until I recover from surgery a little bit more. See that one.
I mean, I guess depending on what kind of surgery you had, but I mean, yeah.
I could see that one. Okay,
That's a.
You still keep your head.
Well,
might be legit.
Upon further review, the booth has decided to allow that play.
Yeah.
Might be a legit reason. We don't need to go
Acceptable.
into that one. Number 6. This is a good one too. Number 6. I'm allergic to your toilet paper. Really?
What the hell's that got to do with sex?
Why are you using it? Okay. If your allergies
Are
to
that
strange
bad?
toilet paper are that severe, perhaps you should bring your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Answer. Oh, this one's good. Number 5. I could see this one too. We're not politically compatible. I could see that one.
No, I'm
Definitely
sorry.
see
I'm
that
sorry. At
one.
the end of the day, I don't care about your politics. Just get naked, woman.
Well, I mean that could be a good excuse, but at the same time, sometimes angry sex is good
Hell
sex.
yeah.
So I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
I'll
a Biden supporter and
I'll trump the shit out of you.
Yeah, there you go.
you can lay there confused as shit.
But yeah,
And I'll tell you how great it is.
That's right. Come here, we'll
And
bring
this-
it back better, baby.
Make sex great again. You a dog face bony soldier.
This one was off. This
on,
one
man.
was often heard. Now, this one was also often heard during the McCain and Obama presidential race.
Okay.
I could see that happening now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but once again,
absolutely.
I mean, not something I bring up on a date. Like, yeah, I'm a huge Trump supporter. Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely these days, 100%. Because people are so consumed by politics.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's crazy. Okay, number 4. I think I left my iron on.
Let the house burn down.
The woman who came up with this excuse returned home and discovered that she did leave her iron on. So was she lying? Yeah. I don't know about most women. When my wife leaves an iron on, it's setting up. And I don't even think she ever left the house. Would have you?
I don't.
No,
I don't own
never
an
left
iron.
the house with the. We're talking about a woman that won't walk when she walks out of a bedroom. She'll shut a light off. If she's walking right back into the room.
Yeah, no. No, I'm with her there. I'm with her there. Trust me. I have walked through this house mumbling under my breath, threatening to kill the kids, threatening to kill anybody who's here, because lights are left on and ain't nobody in a room.
Yeah.
I have become that.
I just disowned you.
Yeah. I say that as my kitchen and my bathroom light are on right now, but
every light in my house is always on.
calm down, Trey.
We don't have any more We don't have any more lights. We have actually reverted back to using the ceiling lights because somebody packed them all up.
I don't own a light.
Number 3. This is good. This is the reason I decided to take this one. Number 3. Right. I'm training for the triathlon. I'm training for the triathlon.
That just means we can go longer.
Yeah, I'm helping boost your stamina.
If you don't have the stamina for a quickie, you'd be surprised by the length of a triathlon.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I had to move. I was getting dizzy.
Getting tired, aren't you? Working on you, is it?
Yeah, well. Stamina. Holy shit, that was weird. I just got a real bad dizzy spell. I had to move.
You survived.
Yeah.
If you die on the show, that'll be great for ratings. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Really? Because this will be repeated and repeated and repeated.
Yeah, the news will use it for their benefit.
Yeah.
Man dies during podcast because he refused to go get vaccinated.
That'll be in my news coming up next. And what the fuck news?
Zuckerberg will go on. Go get this one. Post it all over Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Okay, number 2. I can only shower once a day because my skin is very sensitive. If we have sex, I'll need to shower. I've already had one today. Okay.
Why do you have to shower?
Tell her to sleep in it, pig.
Sleep in it, you dirty whore.
Ever consider seeing a dermatologist?
Shit.
Yeah, ever consider seeing a dermatologist?
I got the answer for that right there. I got some penicillin to cure you right up, baby.
Yeah, who says you need to shower afterwards? Stay in bed, damn it.
Yeah, come back. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
We'll just have sex until you have to shower tomorrow.
Okay. The number one, all time. I just don't want to do it.
That's not an excuse.
Self-explanatory. I don't want to do it.
Fine, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll take care of it myself.
Exactly.
And there you guys go.
That's why there's so much free porn on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send Rosie Palmer some flowers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, that was weird. I can't believe how dizzy I got sitting outside. I had to come in and turn the fan on.
Bitches always got excuses.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Look at those numbers.
I think men's only excuse on why they don't want to have sex is because they're dead. Or they're on
pretty much.
Men are
clap for that, you stupid bastard.
I gotta sit up.
Now you gotta sit up. Now you gotta lay down.
Well, I'm laying on the couch. It looks like I'm on video. It looks like I'm dead and passed out.
Yeah, it just doesn't look right. just not there.
Phew. I literally, I don't know what the hell that was. Around number 7, I was starting to get dizzy, and I was like, "Oh."
I get that. I get that every once in a while.
Yeah, but I literally have a confirmed case of COVID.
Like I said, die on the show, and
Yeah. Get the ratings up.
yeah.
Next
Episode
episode.
47. Episode 47. Jeff dies. No, it wasn't. I'll just replace you.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, just dime a dozen. Just dime a dozen.
I have 46 episodes to pull audio from.
Yeah, you just scramble
46 and a half
together.
46 and a half.
46 and a half episodes I could pull audio from. Just put a picture of you up beside me, and nobody will know the difference with as much as you dead stare at the camera as it is. Another successful top 10 after you started off
Really
almost
rough.
getting fired on your first one.
Hey. You know, I could come up with the worst pickup. Do you know what? I think that was the worst.
I was gonna say that was definitely the
It doesn't
worst.
get much worse.
This is true.
That was a rough one.
Yeah. The anything worse than those pickup lines would be just sitting at the bar waiting for the girl to come to you,
Yeah,
which
that's not
never
gonna happen.
works.
Well, if you look like
Never
me, that's
happened.
just fine.
We're not talking about the gay bar.
Still being
Yeah,
approached
we're
without
not
having to use
talk-
cheesy pickup
we're
lines.
We're not talking
It's in my book.
about the blue moose down here.
I just
Shit,
realized I haven't eaten today.
You got what today?
I haven't eaten.
No, that's probably a
It
good
could
idea.
be a reason.
Probably didn't help.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll go. I don't care if
Yeah.
I'm at the gay bar. If I don't got to pay for a single beer, I'll
Hey.
go to the gay bar every
Worth
weekend.
it. Amen to that.
I ain't going home with any of them. I ain't hooking up with any of them. Shit, you'll buy me beer all night. I hope you got a big bank account, fucker.
Yeah. I want top shelf.
Well,
No.
I just want Budweiser, but Jesus, Jeff. Jeff's like, I want the $45 a drink, a pop shots.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna drink them. I just want you to.
I just want you to pay for them.
Yeah, they're just gonna sit here on the bar.
Yeah,
But-
I'll just sit here and stare at them. They'll look pretty.
You'll do the old pretend like you drink it, throw it over your shoulder trick.
Yeah, I've done that. I've been at the bar drunk, knowing that I can't drink anymore, and somebody bring shots over, and I'll pour it on the
Yeah.
underneath the table and go, "Oh, that was tasty."
Yeah.
I did it once, and I poured it on my girlfriend's shoe.
Nice.
I've actually done it where they'd give you the bottle and say, "Here, take a hit," and you just
Yeah.
put the bottle up there and just tip it.
Yeah, to make it look
Frozen
like
chicken.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
they used to do that. One of the bars that I worked at as a bouncer, they did that. On Saturdays, they'd have like the Coors Girls or whatever,
right.
and they'd walk around with a bottle and it had the spout on it, and they would just tip it over and pour it into your mouth. I can't tell you how many of them fucking college kids, especially the guys that you would see, they would get the shot in their mouth, and then as soon as the girl would walk away, they'd turn around and spit it out. Like if we were doing like an outside event, they would just spit it out. They just wanted to do the shot so they looked cool in front of the hot chick that was walking around with the whiskey bottle or whatever.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they got every bar, every major club. They have girls walking around. They call them shot girls, and they they charge like $5 a shot or some shit like that, and it's basically juice. And then they blow a whistle, shake your head around, and those chicks are really good looking. My wife's good friends with one of them, and she was telling us one night that a bottle costs like $12. Anything they make over $12, they get to keep, and she'll go through 4 or 5 bottles a night, and then she wonders how many times those guys actually drink from the bottle.
Yeah, well, strip clubs are known for doing that.
Yeah.
A lot of them that have like the 3 or 4 drink minimum or whatever.
Mhm.
It's so fucking watered down that you're barely getting any alcohol. They're just doing it for the money. It's ridiculous.
Another
Or
reason
or
not to go to the strip club.
Or you're at strip club and you buy them a drink. That's
Theirs
basically
is
all it
they
is,
don't.
just water.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
just
Basically, it's
water.
all water.
I always
All
tell them the
water.
same thing. You make more money than I do. Buy your own fucking drink.
Yeah, it's water or it's juice. So
Yeah.
yeah, because they don't want them getting fucking.
I watched a
shit-faced
movie.
wasted.
I watched a movie the other day called.
Imagine that.
Wow,
I
you
watched the
found
movie.
it. I found it on
Wow.
one of the free channels that I found on Roku, and it's called Vice, where all these cops go to these strip clubs, and it's really a bad movie,
Yeah.
and it's terrible. But I was like, I got to see where this goes. And these cops go in, and they're like,
Kind of like
they spent
Sharknado.
no, it makes Sharknado look like Jaws. They went into these strip clubs, and they would pay for these lap dances, and then they would arrest the girls for lewd behavior.
Oh Jesus.
And it turns out that these cops are like, oh no, it was horrible. And it was just like, yeah, but you got how many lap dances? Well, I had to get 6 because,
Yeah.
I had to make sure she was the one that was doing it. Yeah, okay. It was fucked up. It was a terrible movie. But it was so bad. But the only person in it and it took me 3 searches on IMDb to find him, was Bob Hopkins, not Hopkins, from American Graffiti. And I kept seeing him, and I was like, "How?" He is Pops. You've seen American Graffiti?
Oh yeah.
He plays the guy in the Mercury. He's part of the that takes what's his name?
There, I can see now.
He takes Richard Dreyfuss for a ride in that Mercury. Fucking excellent movie.
Are you talking about the guy that was in Mario and Roger Rabbit and stuff?
No, that's Bob Hopkins. I'm talking about Bob Hopkiss.
Oh yeah, this is.
Bob Hopkiss was in American Graffiti and no other movie you've ever seen. Like he's been in a bunch of movies, but they're all really bad B movies. But I was watching this movie Vice, and I was like, "Where do I know this fucking guy?" And I had to look it up. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I know where that guy is."
Gotcha. Yeah, I have no idea.
American
None
Graffiti
whatsoever.
is an amazing fucking movie, though.
I don't know if I've ever seen that, so I'll just have to take your word for it.
Oh no, it's got.
I've never seen it. I've heard of it. I've heard of the movie.
You've never seen American Graffiti?
Oh,
yeah, I've heard of it, but that's what I think.
I've watched American Graffiti probably.
Well, you know who the blonde and the T-Bird is, right?
Yeah.
That's Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
And it's Harrison Ford's first movie.
Mm-hmm.
So many people in that fucking movie, it's ridiculous. The sequel sucked, but the sequel is terrible. It's called More American Graffiti. And it was terrible.
Yeah, well, there was quite a cast in that movie.
Yeah, well, it's got
shit.
fucking Opie Taylor and Richard Dreyfuss and Harrison Ford.
Are you talking about Bo Hopkins?
Bo Hopkins, yes, thank you. Sorry.
But you are fucking terrible with me.
Yeah, that was my bad. But yeah, American Graffiti, excellent. I have that on DVD somewhere. Thought I did.
You thought?
But
Yeah, I've never seen American Graffiti.
oh my god, it's considered a musical, but nobody sings because
What?
music is playing when what's his fucking name? This COVID's fucking up my memory. Who fucking directed Star Wars? What's his name? Jesus Christ.
Not him.
George Lucas?
George Lucas. George Lucas's second movie is American Graffiti. And when he went to Ron Howard and he says, I want you to be in this movie, it's a musical. And Ron Howard's like, I can't sing. He's like, no, that's okay. It's not a musical in a sense of a musical because music is playing the entire time. And it's all 50s and 60s music.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah, because it was back in the 50s.
And it's all about cruising.
Yeah. And it had Wolfman. It had Wolfman.
Wolfman
Jack.
Jack and
I used to listen to Wolfman Jack.
The 60s, not the 50s.
It was in the 50s, 60s.
it took place in
early
1962
Yeah.
because the tagline for the movie was "Where were you in '62?"
Okay, 60s.
Mm. I was 4 years old.
Oddly enough, I think my dad was one of the ones driving around.
Well, I truly do hate to do this, and I hate to break up this
Yeah, go ahead.
and thrilling conversation and exciting whatnot. But you guys can save this for your new podcast where we talk about movies that nobody's seen in 55 years.
Oh, yeah.
That is a classic. No one that is a movie buff can not see that movie. You cannot
really.
if you're a movie buff and you haven't seen that movie, you can't consider yourself a movie buff.
Says the guy who only watches comedies and calls himself a movie buff.
Not true, because I've watched Citizen Kane, Gone with the Wind. I want to see that new Cyrano movie.
Right.
I want to see Cyrano, like to read about. That movie's terrible. Frankly, Scott.
Well,
I
on
don't
that note,
We actually were down in the plantation where that was filmed.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. This summer we were down there.
You want to
And
watch a
also-
boring fucking
also
movie?
the-
Watch
also the
Citizen
one-
Kane. Jesus.
Yeah, and that one and Forrest Gump.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, we was down in where they was filming that.
On your world tour.
now that is an American classic. That
Forrest
is an
Gump? Hell
iconic
yeah.
movie. Forrest
One of the
Gump.
greatest
Now that-
soundtracks of any movie is Forrest Gump.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sure. But
Only to American
But
Graffiti.
anyhow, meanwhile, back at the ranch, while Grandma Gertie was beating off the Indians, Grandpa Gertie was in the bathroom beating himself off. On with the show.
fair enough.
Oh.
Really? That's so degrading.
Now he lost the concentration. He lost where he was at.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry I let these two completely derail the show.
He lost it already. He's
We're-
like,
we're,
what just happened?
We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna put Pops back in the home. We're gonna Pops' nurse is coming to get him. Not a female nurse, a male nurse. Because I
Joe,
don't know,
come
he-
get your
he-
toy.
When we put Pops in the home, he asked for a big burly male with a beard to give him thumbins, whatever that means. So we figured if these are his last few years, we'll make him happy.
Yeah, and you do know you're out of my will, don't you?
I'm already out of the will.
Just so you know.
Trust me, as soon as you got your new favorite son, I knew I was out of the will. I couldn't use the only son excuse anymore. So
Yeah. I got screwed on that
You
one.
wore that one. You wore that one out.
I can still say I'm the only son with a penis. So
There you go. There you go.
Well,
Technicalities, but they count, damn it.
Yeah, but Yeah, but he can actually say that he is a father mother.
Yeah, there you go.
Mother father or whatever. Father mother mother mother
I don't
mother.
understand it. I don't understand. I might support it, but I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Talk about an
know-
interesting guest. That's who you need to have on there. Is your bro?
Oh
yeah,
yeah, no.
yeah, probably.
I asked.
Hey, it's time for a
What
break.
you really,
So anyway.
what you really need, what you really need is you need Betty in there. Betty,
What?
you need Betty on here because I asked Betty all kinds of crazy. And it gets her really.
I love them both, but we don't need them on the show.
Yeah,
We got enough problems.
I have to because they're my. I have to because it's my child.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that are
No,
listening
they
to this,
don't even
probably
need
going,
to
"What in the
know."
fuck?" My sister is now my brother, known as my broster, and is married to a woman that still claims to be a lesbian, even though
That's okay because I'm a lesbian too.
No. I told
Yeah, but
one of her girlfriends that one day, and it just went over her head. I told her I'm a lesbian in a man's body.
That's right.
I wish I still
over
had
my
it.
head.
Some people can't take a joke. Whatever.
I wish I still had it. I don't know where it is, but my ex-mother-in-law, got me a shirt one time that said vegetarian on it. And she's like, it's one of the few things that we have in common. We're both vegetarian. I was like, oh yes, fair enough. You got me there.
Yeah, I consider myself a member of the LGBTQ because I'm a lesbian. So
Stuck in a man's body. I can see that.
and they can't tell me I'm not because then they would be homophobe or something.
Hypocritical. It'd be
Exactly.
hypocritical.
Exactly. But
You
I
are-
also say when people start going off about their this, that, or other thing, I tell them I'm an Apache AR-15. So I'm an Apache helicopter. So it means I can park anywhere I want.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
But yeah, go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage of a half show break.
Yeah, and I'm going to get out of here and
Pops, go clean yourself up, you filthy whore.
Don't move. We'll get you a towel.
Why most you people are still in bed? I'm out making donuts for you guys, just so you know. I'm making donuts at 2:30 in the morning.
What the hell are you talking about? You working at Krispy Kreme now?
No, I get up
Talking
at
about doing
2:30
his
in the
top
morning.
10. What the hell you get up at 2:30 in the morning for? Besides
to
taking a
work.
piss because you're old.
I go to work.
Shut up! I get up at 2:30 in the morning to take a piss.
I go.
I do too, but I haven't gone to bed yet, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, I have to take a piss.
Yeah. I got this thing that's called a job.
I thought you weren't working, you lazy sack of shit. Meanwhile, yelling at me about my job. I thought you weren't working.
No, I'm still working. What makes you think I wasn't?
Because you were always home. I don't
Unemployment is not a job.
Gee, what makes really? Yeah.
I've never been unemployed either.
I go to work every day.
I work every day.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well,
Work on my tan. Which doesn't help because I don't go outside, so I fail at it. I suck at my job, apparently.
Yeah. 25th, I become unemployed.
Why?
Because
It's a fucking Monday.
yeah, no kidding. That's the week we're getting ready to leave.
Because it's fucking Monday, so why not go become an
Yeah,
employee?
why not? Why not?
Nothing better to do on a Monday.
The 23rd.
Well, they say retirement is one of the most dangerous things you can do.
I'm not working that week.
They say retirement is one of the most dangerous things you can do because once you stop working, you stop feeling like you have a purpose.
Yeah. My dad was what, 80?
I was shocked when my dad retired because He was always about that philosophy. He's like, if I retire, what am I going to do? Now he just goes fishing all the time.
Yeah. He found something to do.
I got a brand new boat. I might as well use it.
I was like that. I'm going to retire at this age. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I got up here close to retirement. It's like, what am I going to do? Nah, I might as well just stay working. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Shit.
well, like my dad will literally go fishing any day of the week. So now he has no excuse to not go fishing. So he'll wake up on a Monday. My mom's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Fishing." She's like, "All right, see you later."
Nice.
Load up the boat and go.
Once the kids are grown and I reach that where I can retire, I'm done. I'm retiring and I'm out. Deuces.
Well, I thought that way too. I thought, well, when I'm 50 years old, the kids are going to be grown. They're going to be out of the house. Then Sarah popped in and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to have to be stuck around here for another few more years. And then when she grew up and got out of the house, it was like, all right, I'll stick it around for this. And like I said, I'm getting up there and it's like, I really don't want to retire.
When I'm 50,
I can
when I'm
slow
50,
down.
I'll have a. Yeah. Well, yeah, you got that option too. Slow down.
Yeah. I'm
Not that I'm going to be retired in 10 years unless I hit the lottery. But when I'm 50, I'll have a 26-year-old, a 22-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 17-year-old.
Jesus.
So when I do hit that eligibility to retire, I'm cool. And especially if if I play my cards right and everything works out and I get to retire from the state, I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
Because had we never left Ohio and if I would have stayed at Ohio State, there's all the things that kill me. I could be retiring in 5 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I'd have been at 40. I'd have been retired at 45.
Yeah, you think.
Well, you never know if anybody does sponsor the show one day, we could just kind of retire and do this.
You can't collect unemployment.
Well, I mean that's the dream.
That's the goal.
he could draw his pension from OSU. When he hits 20 years, you can pull your pension from him. From the state.
Pull my pension right now.
He can pull his pension from the state after.
Pull your pension. We're going to break, you fuckers.
Yeah, go to break.
Do I really?
Go to break. I'm getting out of here.
Pops, thanks for hanging out for the top 10. As always, we'll see you. Well, not this Saturday. No, you won't see me. Well, you might see me in person Saturday.
Yeah, probably. I'll see you Saturday. I'll see you Friday too.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see what happens there.
Hi.
But yeah, we won't be live Saturday, but we'll get into that later on in the show.
Yeah.
We'll bring that up. But anyways, Pops, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for the top 10. I'm trying to fucking you two assholes. I swear to God, I'm just gonna mute your mics and take you off camera so I can do closeouts and stuff. Pops, thanks for the top 10. Love you. We'll see you this weekend.
Love you. Talk to you guys later. Bicycle. Bye.
All right, we're gonna take a little breaky poo real quick, guys.
I'm gonna put something in my stomach.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of you. How do you get rid of this crazy ass old man? All right, guys, we're gonna take a real quick break. We'll be right back in a few minutes. What the hell did I do here? Okay, close that. Just stop. Okay, thank you. There we go. Now I got everything working.
We're gonna change the title from "Words Are Hard" to "Technology is Even Harder."
Old people and technology. But anyways, we're gonna take a real quick break, guys. We'll be right back. Enjoy some Blacktop Mojo. I had a song. Fuck it, I'm just clicking.
Finger on the trigger of my 45. Warning posters out there, dead or alive. By the lessons that I have learned, just a match to a bridge, it's always gonna burn. And bank from here to Houston. Only thing on my mind now is keep on shooting. Yeah, just keep on shooting. And shotgun blast ring out through the air. Anything in front of my gun don't have a prayer. And bullets spread out into the sky. I'm immortal now, baby, legends never die. You got me caught now, yeah, you think you won. But probably you're just the next bullet in my gun. Wow, probably you're just the next bullet in my gun. Of the southbound train, even the burn of whiskey won't kill my pain. Well, the moon gets full and the coyote cries. These men are all driven by greed and lies. You see that smoking gun in my hand as the bodies all drop into the desert sand. Remember back when it all meant something. Gunshots in the distance will keep on running. Yeah, just keep on running. And shotgun blast ring out through the air. Anything in front of my gun don't have a prayer. And bullets spread out into the sky. I'm immortal now, baby, legends never die. You got me caught out now, yeah, you think you won. Well, probably you're just the next bullet in my gun. Wow, probably you're just the next bullet in my gun.
We're back. They fooled me, man. I thought they were going out, and then I pulled up our cameras, and they didn't stop. So I just left our cameras. I was like, fuck it, I'm over here rocking out. It don't even matter. Anywho, welcome back to the show, guys. This is Nonsensical Nonsense. You know that. But if you didn't know, now you know.
I tried to
You
eat
tried
something.
to what?
I tried to eat something while we were on that break,
Yeah.
and cold leftover Chinese food, not good. I got to reheat it up, so I'll have to do it after.
Yeah, you definitely got to heat it up. But as I said, welcome back to the show, Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick. He's Jeff. going into the second hour. Hey, you guys. You got to add that if you're going to wave like that.
wave.
Yeah, you forget that we're not only are we just visual, we're also audio.
I'm
And
trying
not
not to
everybody watches.
interrupt as well.
Yeah, well, you do interrupt when you do your silly shit. So just interrupt. But if you're not already, check us out on social media. We are literally, well, that's a lie. We are everywhere, but we're not literally everywhere. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. Also, if you want to check out all 46 episodes currently on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere you get your podcast fixins and jollies from, you can find us there. Also, if you would like to email us, we are looking to do more guests on the show.
At nonsensicalnonsense@gmail.com.
Yeah, exactly. Good night, Joe. Good night, Pops. Thank you, guys. Thanks again for the top 10, Pops.
Yeah.
And thank you for the congrats.
It's getting better.
They're getting good. I like it. It's a fun little segment to have Pops on here. But yeah, speaking of guests, and speaking of kind of show news, we won't be live Saturday, as far as I know. If I'm not planning, I am not planning on going live Saturday. As of right now, because Sunday is my birthday.
Yeah.
And Summer will be up here. So we'll be together doing, I don't know what we'll be doing. Yeah. We'll be doing other things. Sunday, I will be, Sunday we might be doing other things while I got football on the TV. But then next Wednesday, and we need to start promoting this, and we need to double check and clarify.
I need to contact Rob. Make sure
as of right now, we will be having our second guest on the show, Rob Durham. He's a comedian he's a school teacher / comedian. You can find him on social media at Rob Durham Comedy across the board. Speaking of,
and he's a bit of a mixologist too. He does videos on TikTok where he talks about different drinks. So I think you'll really like that.
Yeah,
we're like,
definitely.
Really?
So we'll
get drunk too.
Yeah, so we'll have to bring him in and talk to him a little bit and get to know Rob some, and we'll introduce Rob to Pops for the top 10, and that should be interesting.
Yeah,
but also, while you're at it and you're on the old social media and you're listening and checking things out, go ahead and go give our guys at Blacktop Mojo a follow, because they are so cool to allow us to use their music, obviously.
Yes.
You guys hear it every week. We play their music. I try to get new stuff, so it's not the same old every time, but go check them out at Blacktop Mojo. Go give them a shout out. Go let them know we sent you. Again, so we can confuse the shit out of Matt and Kat, and they can just be like,
I think that would be the best part, to be a fly on the wall as they get a message saying, "Hey, Nonsensical Nonsense sent us," and they'll be like, "Who?
Who?"
I just want to see
shit, Chuck.
Oh shit, Chuck.
I know they are busy guys.
It's one of the best parts of that fucking video. Oh shit, Chuck.
I know they are super busy guys right now with their tour and everything, but that is another guest that is a work in progress. Maybe we can land those guys sometime. I have reached out and have talked to them, so it's just a matter of locking down dates. I'm guessing
episode 100.
That's fine. I'm in no rush. When it happens, it happens. Of course, Jeff's gonna make fun of me the whole time.
Oh, because you will fangirl the fuck out.
Just for like, I'll just do it real quick and get it out of my system.
Yeah. Oh my god! You sit there and scream. You move your hands around. Ah! Okay, I'm better now. Back to the show. And they're like, we gotta go.
Yeah. Every once in a while, off the side under the mic, you'll hear. You'll hear.
You just giggle. I mean, much like, don't get me wrong, if we like interviewed a major car guy, I would fucking fangirl the fuck out. So,
Oh yeah.
I'm not one to get starstruck in the first place, but like, a major influence, like if Tom Cruise came on here, I'd really just give him shit the whole time. But if somebody like, I know you're giving me shit about it, but if Jay Leno got in here, you would be a side marker because Jay Leno and I would just talk cars for 2 days.
Yeah. Well, you and Pops make me a fucking side marker when you talk about dumb shit. But I know I like Jay. I like Jay Leno. No, I totally get it. It wouldn't be so much as being starstruck or anything like that. It's just I'm such a huge fan of their music. I always have been, or not always, but I have been for years. And I mean, the fact that the couple of interactions that I've had with them, they've been so cool. And even me asking Matt to use the music when we first started, and I mean, even now we're 47 episodes in, and people still really don't know who we are. But we're growing a little bit. But he was like, "Yeah, man, fucking do it, rock on." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, which just shows that they are down to earth guys. They're not like,
Well,
oh no, we're too big for your little bitty podcast to use our music. No, or give us money and we'll do it. They were just like, fuck it, go for it.
So they're Texans, so you already know they're good old boys.
Yeah.
But enough of that. That's just some show news, a little behind the scenes, a little behind the curtain. Like I said, more than likely right now planning on not being live Saturday unless something drastic happens, and then surprise, surprise, here we are Saturday. But I doubt it. Then next Wednesday night, hopefully we'll have Rob on the show.
Yep. I'm gonna reach out to him throughout the next couple days, make sure he's up for it still.
Yeah, I need to reach out to him, and
I'll send you his contact info.
Oh, I already we follow each other on everything.
Cool.
I just need to reach out to him and introduce myself and whatnot.
Right.
Sorry, I'm blowing my nose. Not very professional, but it's better than those of you who are watching live, watching snot bubbles run down my face. Yeah. So like I'm a 7-year-old kid. Dude, know how to blow my nose.
Take a lesson from a 7-year-old and
just right across my arm, just sling it across the couch.
I had an old my track coach used to say that all the time. I did shot put and discus, which is hilarious because everybody's like, "Oh, you should run." I was like, "No, I don't run."
Yeah.
So I loved going to the weight room. So I was like, "What can I do?"
Yeah, I mean, you an advanced gym over there.
Exactly. Well, but my coach used to say all the time, we'd be outside throwing the shot putter to the discus, and you could hear sniffles all day long. And he'd be like, "Take a lesson from a 7-year-old and rub it across your arm." I was like, "What the fuck?"
You graduated. Words are hard. You graduated. Some will come on my face a lot, and advanced gym.
Actually, the only A I've ever gotten in school was in gym. So
I can't say that.
I'm not necessarily athletic person. I take that as a win.
I mean, I can say that I got an A in gym. I can't say that was the only class I ever got an A in. Believe it or snot. Believe it or not.
No, actually, no. I was always really good in history. History, I was really good in social studies. I was great at.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm actually a pretty smart fella.
I'm not,
but I just don't let people know that. Then the expectations are set high.
That's the beauty of it. I
like the bar being set low.
Exactly. I keep the bar set really low. I like to play dumb, and when I meet someone new, I will literally have a casual conversation, but I listen more than I talk because I want to see how full of shit they are.
Yeah.
But
speaking of being full of shit,
yeah,
I got some stories for you, man.
Excellent. So we fill up the jet. Are we taking the bus?
Fuel up the jet and the bus.
Bob, get them warmed up.
Oh, did you get Bob out on work release,
yeah.
or do
Oh,
we got
yeah.
to bust him out first?
Bob's been doing work in my garden.
Interesting.
Well,
By
he's on
working
work
your-
release. Well, I watched.
By work in your garden, do you mean he's plowing your
I
wife?
showed my wife, and it blew my mind. My wife had never seen this movie, and I must have said it about 15 times throughout the watch. So they put Shawshank Redemption on Netflix.
Oh, great movie.
And I'm a huge freak about that movie because it was filmed in Mansfield, and there's multiple scenes filmed in Belleville.
Yeah,
where I'm from. Like the one scene where you see Red Morgan Freeman's character get out of the back of the truck. That curve on that road, I used to drift my car around that corner.
Nice.
Whether it was rain, shine, snow, whatever, we used to drift around that corner because it's a perfect corner. And a girl I used to date lives, if instead of going around the corner, if you go straight, there's a road there you don't see in the video, but she lives like 100 yards after that curve.
Nice.
So every time a scene like that came up, I was like, I used to drift around that corner, or that's my mom's friend's barn, all that shit. And my wife's like, yeah, we get it. But the whole time, my wife's like, this is a really good movie. I said, I can't believe you've never seen this movie. You've never seen this movie? And she's like, no. I said, oh my God, watch this. This is going to get good. I love that fucking movie.
It is a really good movie.
She was completely disgusted about the 500 yards of shit that Andy Dufresne climbs through. She's like, that's disgusting. I was like, you saw the situation he was in. Do you blame him?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, spoiler. Or movie made in like 99.
Well,
but
speaking of tunnels of shit.
Yeah, I tunneled Bob out.
You got Bob. He's out. You broke him free. He's on work release. Yeah. Or is he a wanted fugitive from the law?
No, well, Warden Norton let him out on the In and Out program, which is what they call it. Redemption. Inside Out. So we're Inside Out program.
Okay, so we're good. Bob's all good. He's got the jet fueled up.
There you go.
He's got the bus fueled up.
Yeah.
We're ready to rock and roll.
Jobs and multiple companies.
Well, there's
ready to go.
And multiple felonies. Well, there's only one thing left to be said.
Fire up those fish sticks, Bob. We're going on a trip.
And
where
is this video at? Where is the button? I was
gonna say. That's what I was waiting for while I was talking. While I was hoping you.
I was waiting for you to say it. I was waiting for you to say it before I rolled the footage.
90% of the time, you gotta roll that beautiful bean footage.
Jesus Christ!
I remember that.
I'm over here. I'm over here.
Fucking feed me.
Nonsensical Nonsense presents real.
That's not it.
That ain't it.
Nope, wrong segment. Let's try this one.
Here it is.
Found it.
It's my little voiceover.
So listen to this. Okay, listen. I'm going to tell you a couple.
I need to do a voiceover.
Right. Well, speaking of shit, speaking of tunneling through shit and whatnot, a shout out to Browns Nation and real Cleveland Browns fans.
Okay.
I don't know if any of those guys are watching or listening, but shout out. I put a post in there tonight and asked permission before I did it, and they slid it on through. So shout out. Trying to get the dog pound behind us, man. You want a rowdy group of people that'll be loyal ass fans. This is dog pound.
No kidding.
Anywho,
might be enough to get me to get a Browns thing up on my wall.
Yeah, we could probably arrange that. You need something.
Well, yeah, I got these white walls. You can't see it, but Hello Kitty's right above me.
Yeah, it's probably best that we can't see it.
That's that 3D Hello Kitty I made. That thing's awesome.
Well, I guess it's
Very
better than your 3D Confederate flag that you tried to put up in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
my
tell
wife
Pops
hid that in the closet. Can you believe that? She hid it. She's like, I don't want anybody to see this. It's like, who's coming to come in our bedroom? But okay.
I do believe it. Tell Bob to fire up the jet and grab our passports. We're going to Israel.
Israel.
We're going to Jerusalem.
Oh shit.
Or
I'm gonna ride a camel.
Or Jerusalem. However you want to pronounce it. Because a 2,700-year-old toilet was found in Jerusalem.
Ooh.
This was a rare luxury. This is 2,700 years old.
Good Lord.
Israeli archaeologists have found a rare ancient toilet in Jerusalem dating back more than 2,700 years, when private bathrooms were a luxury in the holy city.
I'm curious on what it looked like. I mean, was it just like a pile of rocks in a circle?
Well, Jeff, screenshotted and will be posted on social media.
I will
so you can see the toilet. So anybody else who wants to see the 2,700-year-old toilet that dates back to
17.
16.
2,000 years?
17,320.
Holy God.
Yeah, right? Roughly?
No, it's...
Well, we're in 2020.
So it'd be like double 13 or some shit like that.
The fuck are you talking about? 2,000 years ago. Fuck. I don't know at this point. I can't do math. All right. I'm way off. It's probably before Jeebus at this point in time.
Yeah, it's Jeebus's toilet.
It's almost 3,000 years old. So do the math.
That's what I'm saying. If you take 2,000 minus 2,000, you get 0. So it's there is no 17. So, it's before
maybe
the thousands.
I don't know. It's 1,000 AD or
there you go.
Or BC. What the fuck? Anyways. Jesus Christ, let me tell the fucking story.
Math is hard.
Words are hard. Math is hard. Technology's hard.
Shit is hard, people.
Everything is hard. We're dummies.
Nothing is easy for two idiots that can barely run a podcast.
It's basically, we're somehow making it happen. Barely, but you know what? Almost as good in horseshoes and hand grenades. So
that's right.
Running a podcast is somewhere in between those two.
Yeah. So where did they find said toilet?
In Jerusalem.
No, but I mean, obviously in Jerusalem, but did they find it like in a palace or a house or?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's what I'm waiting. That's what I was trying to give you back a segue.
Do you have any more questions to ask before I finish the story? This is as bad as watching a fucking movie with my kids.
Did somebody flush?
This is as bad as watching a movie with my fucking kids.
Still in it.
Yeah, we're watching the same movie that none of us have ever seen, and we've spent the same amount of time.
I don't know what happened.
And they want to ask me 900 fucking questions. It's like, if you shut the fuck up and listen to my story, you would know. We're all going to find out at the same fucking time.
Exactly.
Shut the hell up, Jeff. Sorry, I'm projecting on you how Anyways, fuck my life. So a 27-year-old toilet was found in Jerusalem. That's in Israel, for those of you who don't know where that is. Right. But it says private bathrooms were a luxury in the holy city, authorities said Tuesday. I don't know why you had to call the authorities, but okay. The Israeli Antique Authority said the smooth carved limestone toilet was found in a rectangular cabin that was part of a sprawling mansion overlooking what is now known. What is now? Let's try that again.
Sentences are hard.
You got me all flustered over here. Jesus Christ. The carved
Like
limestone
a fucking
toilet,
football.
right? The carved limestone toilet was found in a rectangular cabin that was part of a sprawling mansion overlooking what is now the old city. It was designed for comfortable sitting with a deep septic tank dug underneath. A private toilet cubicle is very rare and a very rare antique, and only a few were found to date. Said, yeah, Yakov,
Yeah, Jesus. Why
Yakov,
can't these guys have
Billig.
regular names?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Wow.
Yakov is the director of excavation. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
My
Okay.
question was there reading material next to it?
It doesn't say. That's kind of where the story just kind of abruptly ends.
I mean,
Oh, wait a minute.
we found an old people magazine, and
Yeah, right. Oh, wait. Okay, so here we go. Now I got it to work. It wasn't working for me. I said only the rich could afford toilets. He said, adding that the famed rabbi once suggested to be wealthy is to have a toilet next to his table. Why you'd put a toilet
Right
next to?
next to the table? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Animal
an
bones
age-old
and
thing. Is like if I had my couch that was a toilet, I would never have to get off my couch.
exactly says animal bones and pottery found in the septic tank could shed light on the lifestyle and diet of people living at that time, as well as ancient diseases. The Antiques Authority said the archaeologists found stone capitals and columns from the area and said there was evidence of a nearby garden with orchards and aquatic plants. More evidence that those living there were quite wealthy. So apparently 3,000 years ago, there was a sign of being rich, and it wasn't like it was just a. I mean,
A hole in
obviously
the
it was. It was a hole in the ground, but it was a septic system dug deep enough underground that it wasn't like, oh, we've gone to the bathroom 6 times and now it's overflowing over the.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why there was pottery and chicken bones in there, I don't know.
Well, that's simple. It's
Well,
like
not chicken bones, but I can understand animal bones, I guess. But
well, I doubt they had a lid.
so they were just eating. They were just tossing their pottery. It's like, oh shit, I broke a teacup. Throw it in the toilet.
Throw it in the toilet. Mom will never find it.
Yeah, well, fair enough. That's a
Well,
very good.
when kids are little, they end up throwing a bunch of stuff in the toilet. So that's what happened. These wealthy people had this kid, and he's like, I wonder what would happen if I threw this in the toilet.
Mm.
But can you imagine that being the height of wealth?
Having an indoor, it was a private. Yeah, basically, it sounds like an indoor private bathroom.
Yeah,
That was. I'm rich. You're rich, Jeff.
I'm rich. I got 2 of them.
You're richer than I am. I've only got one.
I'm mega.
We're all rich. You're big rich.
Yeah.
You are big rich.
I'm curious on how big that septic tank is because
I am too. I'm kind of curious to know how deep it was.
and how, like, what do you move when it gets filled? It's not like they can call a septic guy and come clean it out. It's like, oh shit, our shitter's full. Time to move houses.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, exactly. Hopefully, it was deep enough where you didn't get splashback. But hell, who knows?
Yeah, that's another. Ooh. Well, they had toilets in medieval times, but in the castles and stuff. But it's basically just a chute that went straight down, and there was a guy at the bottom of the castle with a shovel.
Mm-hmm. But they also had. Now this was medieval times, but probably after, I would assume, this. But they actually had drainage of sorts.
Right.
It wasn't just a hole in the ground, so to say.
Well, people watch Game of Thrones like, oh, it'd be so awesome to live back then. No, it wouldn't, because everything sucked. And you see
what's going on, just
people in these older these medieval movies. They're like, oh, she's so pretty. Like, yeah, she may be pretty from afar, but I bet she stinks like shit.
Well, yeah, but back in those days, it didn't matter. Like, that wasn't so. Like, now, obviously, if there was a time machine invented and we went back to the medieval times or whatever,
like,
to us, it'd be like, yeah, you guys fucking suck. You guys are terrible, and and you smell horrendous. But that is also another reason why the French and the English had all the perfumes and everything like that.
Yeah,
because they did try to cover certain smells, but at the same time, it was natural. It was what it was back then. It wasn't like now. If somebody smells like shit, you're gonna be like, why do you smell like shit, bro?
Wipe your ass.
Wipe your ass, take a shower. You got running water, you got toilet paper. What, are you allergic to water and toilet paper? What's going on?
Yeah,
that was a little reach around to Pop's top 10 there.
There you go. Yeah, there's a reason not to have sex. You smell like shit.
You smell like a medieval whore.
Yeah, and and we're talking about the upper class people smelling bad. You imagine the poor motherfuckers. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
The Black Plague had nothing to do with rats. It had to do with the fact that everybody was stinky bastards.
Yeah. Well, with that being said,
where to next?
Fire up the engines. Fire up the jet engines, Bob. We're heading back to the States.
Excellent.
Keep the engines running because we're going to Detroit. And we don't want to spend too much time.
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors. Take the hubcaps off before we.
This is the part of town where you drive to a 95.
Yeah. We're actually not landing the plane here. We're just
enough. Just slow down enough so we can watch out the window. We don't want to get out of the car.
Yeah. We're gonna do a flyby. We're not actually gonna stop in Detroit. We're just gonna do a real quick breeze by. Yeah. Just because this story just kind of made me chuckle. And the fact that it's in Detroit, it's just like, wow, if they don't have enough problems, now they have this. Police say a 2-foot-long alligator caught on Detroit area street.
Poor fuckers.
Yeah, if you don't got enough problems, now you got living, breathing dinosaurs roaming around. And I don't know if anybody's ever seen an alligator up close and personal. Living in South Carolina for as long as I did, I had more than one occasion where I was face to face with a gator, from 4 foot up to, I think the biggest one I've seen was probably, just roughly guesstimating, from snout to nose was about 7 feet, maybe 8 foot. Cool thing about it is that they're actually pretty timid and docile. From my understanding, that they don't get aggressive until mating season, and that's when they're the most aggressive.
Which would be my luck when I run into one.
But the other thing that I learned about them that made them even more scary than what they already were, because, like I said, they were living, breathing dinosaurs. Those fuckers can climb fences.
Yeah. Another reason to have an open carry.
You're just not shooting an alligator with a 45 and really phasing it. You're just pissing him off at that.
But I can empty that motherfucking clip faster than it can get me.
Yeah, well,
he'll think twice.
That's the other thing, Jeff. They're faster than you think.
Oh, I know. Well, apparently, Mythbusters. I was a huge fan of Mythbusters. And when you're being chased by a gator, zigzag.
Yeah. Well, an alligator, and I believe
which is not your first fucking instinct. Your first instinct is run straight, but if you zigzag, they can't catch you.
I believe an alligator can get up to anywhere between 25 and 35 miles an hour on land.
Which means I'm dead because I can't go more than 10. I'm old and fucking smoking.
So we have living, breathing dinosaurs, mainly populated in the South, that can run, let's say, up to 30, 35 miles an hour. They can climb, and they can essentially snap you in half in one bite.
Yes.
And now they're in
apparently
Detroit.
They like marshmallows.
I thought it was a... Are you referring to the Bert Kreischer bit? Because I thought that was a bear.
No, that's a bear. Bears do too. But
in Florida, alligators really love dogs because there are a lot of videos and a lot of news stories that come out of Florida where some dumbass was walking their dog along a pond
next
and a gator just said,
hold the leash. I'm sorry. If you live in the area with gators and you're walking your dog, why would you be close to water? That's just
well, there was
stupid to happen.
There was a story I think that came out last year in Florida. An older gentleman was walking his dog, and an alligator came up and snatched his fucking dog. And the old man, with the cigar in his mouth, jumped in the water and whooped that gator's ass and saved his dog. He said,
he's like, bitch, this is Florida. I don't think so.
Yeah, that gator said, Satan. That gator said, lunch? And that old man said, yeah, not today, see, son of a bitch. We about to, you ever dance with the devil on the pale moonlight? That gator was like, oh, shit.
And then probably, being Florida, that old man was like, I'm going to rape it, too.
He probably did. They didn't say that in the story, but it very well probably. But the video is crazy because he wrestles this gator, man, saves his dog, and the whole time, like he's in the water, he's in the gator's element, he's in the water, saves his dog, and he's got a cigar in his mouth the whole time. Never drops that motherfucking thing. That is a badass old man. Yeah, that is a badass old man.
That is a man to look up to. The other thing would be better if he'd have come out and go, I didn't spill my beer, fuckers.
Yeah, right. That's gonna be me when I whoop a bear's ass. Beer in one hand and sleeping gator or sleeping bear in the other. Didn't spill a drop.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Gator freaking out, man.
No, I mean
ever since I saw Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, that's a crocodile.
She goes down to, well, same difference. But she goes down and put that canteen in the water, and that fucking croc comes up and grabs her fucking canteen. I'm out. I'm done. No.
Yeah, right.
No.
Well,
happy ass on dry land.
Well, this is not a gator in Florida. This here is a story about a gator in Detroit, in the Motor City, the home of Eminem. The home of the Lions, the home of the Tigers, the home of the Red Wings. And by Red Wings, I don't mean the things you earn when you go to... Yeah. So it says, southeastern Michigan's Riverview will never be confused with the Florida Everglades, but it sure looked like home to a baby alligator found roaming through one of its neighborhood. Police responded Sunday night to a report of a reptile and found the 2-foot, 6 meter, or 0.6 meter long alligator walking in the street. Officers later placed the alligator under arrest for being a member of the local street gang Crips. No.
You know what happened? Some asshole went down to Florida, found a gator, kept it as a pet, then it got too big and fucking escaped his house. And
here's the thing, Jeffrey. The gator was not charged with any criminal activity. It was just me being a smart ass. But they placed the alligator with a local expert on reptiles. Riverview is southwest of Detroit. Get this. The gator is not the first to be captured outdoors this year in Michigan.
Jesus. It's a pandemic.
A 3-foot long alligator was removed last month from the Tuscola County Pond, about 86 miles north of Detroit. In August, a city worker used a fishing pole and lure to snag another 3-foot long alligator from a sewage pond in Stanton, 154 miles from Detroit. That's 3 alligators this year alone in the area.
Yeah,
Thanks, man. Well, hello, pretty girl.
That's disturbing.
That's 3. So I think it's beyond the point of some dumbass.
One guy with
some
a
dumbass
because he saw
exactly
too many times.
Yeah, I think this is becoming a thing where are alligators adapting and evolving,
migrating,
where they can, where they can withstand the cold weather, because it gets cold in Ohio, but it gets fucking cold in Michigan, which is essentially Canada at this point.
Yeah, no shit.
But
I could just imagine being a city kid and you're like, holy shit, is that an alligator?
Yeah, right.
Dude, I'm out.
Yeah.
Get my hoopty, I'm out of here.
But yeah, so like I said, we're just gonna,
because for people like us, seeing a wild animal was not a thing. When I look at it,
it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but being a city kid, you see something like that, you're used to dogs, cats, the occasional stupid pet, but but an alligator, but what the fuck?
I seen this movie. Exactly. My guy died first.
Let's go. Let's fucking roll, bitches. But like I said, we're breezing by Detroit. I just wanted to drop that little
nugget,
little nugget, little nugget of knowledge on you. But I'm gonna do one more story here, and then we'll save the other two for or the other one. I got one story, man, that I have been wanting to get to since last Wednesday.
Oh, let's do that one.
It's a really good one. So I'm gonna next Wednesday. It's probably gonna have to wait until next Saturday. But anyways, this was another little
longer discussion.
What's that?
You fear it's going to go into a longer discussion?
Oh, no, it's an absolute. I know it's going to go into a very long discussion, and it's going to get. It's one of those ones that is so good that I don't want to lead with it, but then at the same time, by the time I get towards the end of the news, or towards the end of where it's like, fuck, now it's too late to go into it.
Right.
So I do need to get into it right off the bat, because there's going to be a lot of conversation on that one. But I do have one here. Let's go ahead and take our happy asses down to Alabama.
Alabama.
No, sir, we are not relation.
Do not go in the woods if you hear dueling banjos.
That's what.
That's Alabama too.
Oh
yeah. Anyways.
I love that song.
Convicted sheriff gives thumbs up review of a jail he ran.
Nice.
Huntsville, Alabama. Come on now, roll tide.
Oh shit!
Fucking idiots. Longtime Alabama sheriff removed from office after being convicted of theft and ethics violations is giving 5-star reviews to the jail where he spent more than 2 weeks in custody. Perhaps he should. He ran it for decades. Ousted.
Can you imagine?
Limestone.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
He runs a jail, and the whole time you're a convict and you're in jail, this guy, like, oh, I fucking hate that guy. Fucking hate. And then the next thing you know, he's your cellmate. Oh, that dude wouldn't live.
No, exactly. But I'm fuck. I don't even know at this point. It's Alabama. It's probably his cousins and brother and his uncle,
Yeah, I was gonna
daddy in
say.
there for all we know.
Yeah. Where his mom's his
but
dad,
it-
and his dad's his brother.
Yeah, exactly. But ousted Limestone County Sheriff Mike Blakely addressed the news media on Tuesday in his most extensive public comments since being convicted in August. Free on bail or bond while appealing, Blakely maintained his innocence, but had no complaints about doing time in the Limestone County Jail in Athens. Best jail in the state of Alabama. That's another thing I'm proud of. Blakely said of his news conference outside of his attorney's office in Huntsville. The food was real good. The staff took very good care of me.
And those cock meat sandwiches are awesome.
They're delicious.
And Bubba's
Get the
real
dark meat.
tender.
Get the dark meat.
Yeah, they have that dark meat.
Yeah. Blakely, 70, was convicted in August of taking no interest loans from a Limestone County jail fund that held prisoners' money and of stealing $4,000 from his campaign account. He was in his 10th straight term at the time of his removal from office, making him Alabama's longest serving sheriff at the time. Wearing his trademark cowboy hat and boots, Blakely said he had fewer privileges than jail trustees and denied receiving special treatment from his former staff. I was incarcerated whether they kept me in my office up front or whether they had me in the hole in the back, he said. When you're incarcerated, let me tell you, you don't have the freedom to go.
No shit.
But here's the thing. What the fuck is he talking about? He was incarcerated whether he was in his office.
Yeah, that's
he
sounds
still
like
doing-
he spent most of the time in his office.
Yeah, was he still pulling sheriff duties even though he was locked up?
Yeah, that sounds
You know?
suspicious.
Mm-hmm. But he said Blakely said he couldn't ask for better treatment from the inmates, and said some even offered to have him food delivered to the jail.
Yeah, cock meat sandwiches.
Yeah. I said, no, I eat the jail food because I love it because I've been eating it for the last 38 years, he said. Sentenced to 3 years in custody, Blakely won't get to serve time in the Limestone County Jail once he begins his term. A judge ruled that he will be held in Franklin County Jail, located about 60 miles from Athens.
Yeah, well, he can't actually be in his jail because of the simple fact he'll get treated differently. You know,
Mhm.
as he stated, he spent most of his time in his office. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
The only time the only time he was in a cell was when he slept.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and even if that, I mean,
Yeah, he probably slept in the cot in his office or a couch in his office.
yeah. Don't. You've got enough problems as it is. Don't come out and brag about
Being in your office.
the jail and how great it is, because everybody already knows you're in the county jail for which you served 10 fucking terms at.
Right.
As sheriff. You know absolutely 100% damn well that you got special treatment.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I guarantee you, he had every luxury he could want,
Yeah.
With the exception of being able to leave.
Oh, there is absolutely no doubt about that
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
But that will be the end of news tonight. And then, yeah. I do actually, no, that's not true. I do want to touch on this because I brought it up to you earlier. I do want to touch on this real quick because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
You know how we talked about Al Capone's mansion in Miami?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it's where he died, everything like that. And it was
that one developer wants to demolish it.
Yeah, the developer douchebag wants to demolish it.
Yeah.
Well, I got an update for you.
Oh, excellent.
Miami mansion of Scarface Al Capone sells for $15.5 million. The Miami mansion of Al Capone, once fated to be demolished, just sold for $15.5 million.
So the guy turned
Miami
around and
Herald.
sold it.
Well, it sounds like he caught some backlash, which is exactly what I was saying. That is damn near, if not a historical
Landmark.
Landmark, monument, or not monument, but yeah, landmark. Yes, Al Capone was a gangster. Al Capone was not a good guy by any means, but he was
a historical figure.
He's historical. He's famous in American history.
Yeah.
And there are a ton of people, myself included, who loves true crime, especially American true crime.
Yeah.
So I was kind of, I think I made it very clear. I was kind of upset and irked at the fact that this dildo billionaire developer was just going to tear it down and build a giant mansion there.
Yeah. Well, somebody obviously listened to the podcast and they were like, "Oh, we can't demolish this."
We should totally take credit for that. This is the one thing. This is the one time I'm going to agree with you.
I'm calling this a win on our part.
I agree 100%.
We stopped the demolishing of Al Capone's house.
I'm on Team Jeff with this one. That doesn't happen very often, but I'm Team Jeff. I agree. You fuckers, make sure you thank us at Nonsensical Nonsense.
Yeah.
We saved the day. You're welcome.
Yes.
We've
done our good deed for the year.
All my American true crime enthusiasts. We've done what
who did he sell it to?
What we had to do. Well, it says the Miami Herald reported Tuesday that the home was sold to 93 Palm Residence LLC, managed by Coral Gables accountant Tony Alam.
Okay.
Capone, the original Scarface, bought the waterfront house for $40,000 in 1928. He died there in 1947 from a heart attack. Developer Todd, I'm an ass clown, Michael Glazier, and his douchebag partner, Nelson Gonzalez, senior vice president of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, EWM, bought the residence in August for $10.75 million, with plans to demolish it and replace it with a more modern project. But the preservationist, how do you like that? I had to say it twice because I nailed that shit. But the preservationist, again, suck it, in Miami Beach, balked at their plans after they listened to an episode of Nonsensical Nonsense where Glick and Jeff voiced their opinions and their disgust.
Yes.
This is a real news article. That's what it says in the news article from the Miami Herald.
News article.
That's a quote unquote air quotes.
Yes.
You can't see them if you're listening to this, but there's air quotes from the Miami Herald.
It's written air quotes. Insert air quote here.
basically everything I said after the preservationists balked at their plans. Everything else was in very fine print, but it's in there. We're idiots. But Glazier said the offer came out of the blue and compared it to winning the lottery ticket. Yeah, you made $4.25 million off of the deal.
Yeah, frick.
Yeah, so
I think you should have to give that $4.2 million to
us
and starving children.
Absolutely.
because
Give
of his
us a million.
douchebaggery. Give us
Give us a million and
apiece.
the rest to the. No, just give us a million to split and the rest to the starving children.
Yes.
Don't be greedy. But
I'd be happy with a couple $100,000, but
that's 500,000. That's 500K a piece. We're good.
I
You can finally buy a laptop.
buy a laptop in the truck.
You would be a king down there with 500K American.
Speaking of 500K American, something. I was watching a movie, and this is off subject of Al Capone's house, but and the guy said he wanted to open up a McDonald's franchise in said movie, and they kind of glaze over him doing it. How much do you think it costs to open a McDonald's? I looked it up. I did the research.
Like a franchise?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe 50 to 100 grand.
$1.3 million.
Well,
You
I
need
was a little
that
bit
much
off.
in liquid assets. The cheapest franchise to open, and I find this awesome, is a Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is gross.
95 grand.
Chick-fil-A is gross. First of all, I said what I said.
Subway's number 2 at 100, 110, but a Starbucks just to open the doors, just to get the doors open, 1.1 million. I find that
I believe it.
insane.
I believe it, and this is the thing. Hold on a second. Let me touch on that.
You're looking at a profit every year around 160 grand on McDonald's or Starbucks. Chick-fil-A
I was
95 grand a year.
I was going to say, let me finish this real quick because I want to touch on that because those numbers sound pretty low on a profit. But anyway, so Glazier said the offer came out of the blue and compared it to a winning lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this guy. I really do.
Yeah, he needs his ass beat.
I kind of want to punch him in the face. I don't know what he looks like, but I feel like he has an incredibly punchable face. Yeah. But he said, if someone tells you, this is quotes from Glazier, if someone tells you they want to give you a $5 million lotto ticket, of course you take it.
Well, yeah. Well, that's like, I don't know if you've ever seen Entourage.
Bits and pieces here and there. I can never get into the whole show.
I love it. But at one point, the older director, I can't remember who his character's name is, but he's like, I bought this property back in 1947 for this amount of money. He says, and today it's worth like this much. And he says, can you imagine being able to buy something for this little and then turn around for sell it for this much? It was like, yeah, it's called, that's called real estate. You know, I mean, the fact that this guy's impressed that he made money on it. I mean, if I were to buy the property, that would have been my goal, to flip it.
No, well, and that's the thing. I mean, and we talked about this when I first brought the story up. Just on the historical value alone for the property, I would have done what I needed to do
shit out of it
to restore it. Yep. Obviously, you've got the money if you bought the property to begin with. I would restore it, fix it, elevate it so that I wouldn't have the same problems that was there before, and
Airbnb the shit out of the place.
Yeah, easily be making a money maker. Whether you Airbnb it, you turn it into a museum, whatever you do with it, there's just a simple fact alone. Like I said, yes, Al Capone was not a good person. He was a gangster. He was one of the OG gangsters in American history, but he is a major player in the quote unquote gangster era. Right. And he is an American historical figure, no matter how you look at it. So yeah, to buy his house and just demolish it just makes you an ass clown. That'd be like
the douchebag Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that'd be like if I hit the lottery tomorrow and I have $1 bazillion and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go buy George Washington's. I'm gonna go buy George Washington's house and have a bonfire.
Yeah.
And then after I get done there, I'm gonna go drive my brand new bulldozer through Harriet Tubman's house.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, just because you have the money to do something doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, like what level of fuckbaggery? And now, granted, George Washington and Harriet Tubman are good.
They were
historical
figures.
Yeah, yeah, but still, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, but I mean, yeah, to buy anything of historical reference just to destroy it, douchebag. That douchebag. I don't care who you are. Because anything of historical value is going to have fans, and if you're going to destroy it, those fans are going to be pissed.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of what the historical, I mean, the first person, first place Bob took a shit would, if Bob was a super famous person, not Bob.
Well, I mean, I think thanks to us, Bob is on his way of becoming a pretty famous historical figure in American history.
But what I'm saying is not to give this guy any reference, but George Floyd, I'm not a fan. He is technically a historical figure.
I was gonna say, well, he
as much as I hate to admit it, he is a historical figure.
He will be down the road.
Yes, he will be down the road.
Same with Rodney King.
And let's say I bought his house with plans to destroy it. You know how many people will be pissed off?
I know there's a whole movement that would be pissed off.
Well, exactly.
But
and that's what I'm saying. I mean, basically, let's be honest. George Floyd was not the best person. But
no,
if I bought his house and said, "Oh, I'm going to destroy his house and build my fuck off mansion," I would be considered a douchebag, regardless of how I feel about George Floyd.
I would build my mansion around his house.
Yeah, well,
and then charge a stupid fee for people to look at it. Like, oh, you want to see it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
building my feelings about George Floyd, but my point in referencing George Floyd is not the greatest character, still a historical figure.
Yeah, to a certain degree, I think he will be considered. I don't know. I don't want to dance on that subject too much because
let's jump off that subject. But my point is, I mean,
we're not allowed to talk too much about it. But I totally
destroy it. Is a douchebag move. Period. End of story.
But to circle back around, reach around, as it's been dubbed many episodes back, your whole buying a franchise thing.
Yeah.
The McDonald's and the Starbucks franchise, and I'm not saying Chick-fil-A or Subway is not a guaranteed return, but if you buy a McDonald's franchise or you buy a Starbucks franchise within, and I'm just throwing numbers at the wall, within 10 years, we'll say 10 years, you're going to more than double your investment.
No, well, I actually did
I would think.
I actually did Google searches because I was watching this.
Oh, you actually did research for this.
Well,
you actually researched this. It had nothing to do with the podcast. It just randomly came up.
No, because my whole thing was. Remember a while back, I asked you if somebody gave you $1 million, or you could. Or if somebody gave you $100 million, or you earn $10 million on your own. Okay, well, I got to talk with my wife, and we were talking about what would happen if somebody gave you $10 million, and I said, And I told my wife was like, oh, I'd pay off the house, I'd get new cars, and then we'd vacation for a while. And I said, okay, you've just spent X amount of money, and you haven't thought about what we're going to do when we run out of $10 million.
Yeah.
You have nothing
Well,
that's
that's
going
the thing.
to bring money into the family. And she said, well, what did you do? I said, I would buy like 5 franchises I'd buy a McDonald's, a Starbucks, a Burger King, a Carl's Jr., and what was the other one? A Subway.
Yeah.
Because I would never be hungry or thirsty.
This is true. But here's the thing: a lot of these franchise owners, and I don't know how it works down there, but and like where I'm at right now in Newark, the McDonald's, let's just there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 5 right off the top of my head that I can think of within 10 minutes of my house. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate or not, but I have seen this. But say all 5 of those are owned by the same owner. So he bought the original one. Right. And then off the profit that he made off of the first one in, 2 or 3 years, he bought a second franchise. And that's where I say, within 10 years down the road, you've doubled your money because you're not going to stop.
Well,
and a lot of times
I used to date a girl that her parents owned 3 McDonald's. And I actually dated a girl that when she turned 18, her parents were like, we could buy you a brand new car. And she said, no, I want a Subway. And now she owns 3 Subways.
I bet you wish you would have kept dating that girl.
I know shit, because I love Subway.
yeah, your fat ass comes out, not the fact that you would be stupid rich.
Fuck that. I just, honey, make me a sandwich.
I'm going, I gotta go check out our Subway.
On Google. I did a Google search. I put how much does it cost to open a McDonald's franchise?
Yeah.
And it said I think it was like between 700,000 and 1.2 million.
But that's the thing. That's why I said you are easily going to make that money back because.
Well, granted, I also did what's the profit margin, or how much does a franchisee make a year from a McDonald's franchise? And it said like 150.
I just don't know. That doesn't sound very accurate because
that's what I said. I said, wow, that seems really low.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. People crap on McDonald's all the time.
Right.
I hate McDonald's. Oh, McDonald's sucks. Blah blah blah. I like McDonald's. I always have loved McDonald's. My kids love McDonald's.
Burger King too. My wife hates Burger King, but I
don't like Burger King.
I love me some. I like the freshness of their condiments, like their lettuce and all that shit. It feels fresh.
Yeah. And you're absolutely 100% right there. Same with Wendy's.
Yeah, I love Wendy's. I wish they had.
I do
Wendy's
love me
here.
Some Wendy's. I live in Ohio, the home of Wendy's.
Yeah, well, the problem with having a Wendy's down here, if you own a Wendy's, you can only sell Wendy's products.
Well,
so like Wendy's ketchup, Wendy's salt and pepper. You cannot get like, oh, well, I can get Bob's salt and pepper for cheaper. Nope, sorry, you got to use Wendy's. So shipping it from Ohio to Cancun is not cheap.
Yeah. Well, and obviously Wendy's has become a huge franchise. Right. But actually, I may be wrong on this, but I do know that the original Wendy's is
Columbus
in Dublin. It's in Dublin. No, it's in Dublin.
Is it?
Yeah, which Dublin is.
Yeah, but their main office is in Columbus. It's literally right down the road from Kosai.
Well, but the very first ever Wendy's I'm talking about, the first restaurant, is in Dublin, and I believe that it is on a little nod to myself, but it is on Glick Road.
Nice.
It's over there by the zoo in Muirfield, which is, I think it's Muirfield, where they do the memorial tournament every year, the golf tournament, which is famous as shit. But that number sounds so stupid low because here's the thing: as much as people shit on McDonald's and whatnot, if you go there in the morning for breakfast or whatever,
Yeah.
the line's stupid. You go there for lunch, the line is stupid. You go there for dinner, the line is fucking stupid. And yeah, Chick-fil-A, I know there's the Chick-fil-A'ers out there. Calm down.
I've never eaten Chick-fil-A.
The only reason you people like Chick-fil-A is because it's a fucking fad and it's a trend.
Yeah, exactly.
Their chicken is undercooked, their bread is soggy, and they don't put any fixings on it. They put fucking pickles.
Gross.
Their waffle fries are good.
I'll give them that.
I will give them that. Their waffle fries are good. But your chicken sandwiches, I could shit something that tastes better than.
You know who's got a really good chicken sandwich? Fucking KFC's that big crunch. Holy fuck, that thing's awesome. But I think it's
hate to break
way too much mayonnaise on it. I love fucking mayonnaise.
I hate to break it to all you chicken lovers and all you chicken fast foodies. KFC is the king.
Oh,
and it will always be the king. Popeyes, Churches.
The only problem I have with KFC, and I don't know if it's because it's down here, but the grease on KFC chicken makes my soda taste weird.
Well, I was just saying I've never had that, but even on their crispy chickens.
Yes, we only get original crispy.
Oh wow!
When we order KFC, but I literally it makes my I of course order Coke, but it makes the Coke taste funny. Like there's way too much fucking grease.
Well, let me ask you something because here's the thing that kills me about Wendy's. Does KFC down there now? Our KFC has Pepsi up here, which is one of the things I like about KFC, much like Taco Bell, because Wendy's and McDonald's.
What we usually do when we go to KFC, we'll get a bucket of chicken to go, and just bucket of chicken, no sodas and everything, and then we have Coke here at the house.
Oh, okay. So you don't.
We don't go to restaurants to eat unless it's like my wife and I'll go for tacos. Because having tacos delivered is kind of defeating the purpose because they're not as warm when you get them. But
I don't
something like KFC or something like that, we DoorDash that shit.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I have my peasants bring the king who sits in his mighty throne. They're my food.
But
come to the second floor of my mighty castle and deliver me my food, you peasant.
Exactly.
Well,
I love Wendy's. When we were in Mexico City and I found out there was a Wendy's there, I bitched for 2 days before my wife and my wife's family, her grandmother, her aunt, and everybody finally said, "Fine, let's get a fucking Uber and go to Wendy's." And then we got there, and the one thing I wanted, they didn't have.
A Frosty?
I wanted a fucking Frosty because it did nothing.
They have vanilla Frosties now?
Yeah, I know. Blasphemy.
So good. Shut your whore mouth.
It's still blasphemy.
Yeah, no, I'm not a chocolate guy. I love me some vanilla ice cream.
I'm not a chocolate guy either. I'm an ice cream guy like you read about.
Yeah, dude,
I don't know if you've ever had Moose Tracks ice cream.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that is the greatest invention on the planet.
Dude. The Wendy's vanilla Frosty taste exactly like the chocolate Frosty, except it's not chocolate. It's just vanilla. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Nice. Now, see, we took
Holy crap.
We took 2 cabs.
That's stupid.
2 different Ubers and a train, like a subway, to find this fucking Wendy's, and we got there like 8 minutes before they closed. And
they broke down the frosty machine and had it clean.
The frosty machine was broke down, and I was like, but I fucking came all this fucking way. I leave fucking tomorrow, dude. He's like, it'll be working tomorrow. I was like, bitch, I'll be on a plane tomorrow.
You want to hear the first world problems I have with Wendy's?
What's that?
They're 5 minutes down the road from me, and they're open 24 hours.
I'll tell you what. Given the $10 million,
well, they're not open 24 hours.
Given a $10 million check,
open late.
I would totally figure out how to open a Wendy's in my house. I worked at Wendy's in high school. I fucking hated it. I love the food, but I hated
Yeah.
working at Wendy's. But ever since I moved down here, the one thing I can't get on a whim is Wendy's, and it
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Well,
Just like I have a friend here, he's from California. He can't get In-N-Out burger. And I'm like, well, yeah, but In-N-Out sucks compared to Wendy's.
I've never had In-N-Out. I've never had
I haven't either.
the Whataburger, whatever.
Whataburger?
Whatever the hell it's called. I think they're probably 100% overrated, much like
I'm pretty sure they
Chick-fil-A.
are. Well, I literally thought about starting a burger review for Cancun because there's so many burger joints here.
I say that, and I know you had them up there where you were at.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, have you ever been there? Well, you should have been there. And if you remember, do you remember Culver's?
Culver's, no.
It's a little not little. It's a restaurant style ish, and they're in the Midwest. They're in the Midwest. I don't know the exact states, but they have the best fucking burgers. But to top it off, they have some of the best ice cream I've ever eaten in my fucking life.
Well, funnily enough, there was a speaking of restaurants like that you've never heard of. When was the last time you were in Mansfield?
A few months back before I quit working at Washington's.
Okay, on Main Street. No, on Lexington Avenue in Mansfield, there was a restaurant called Wiener King.
Yeah. No, I remember that from we went up there in high school.
That place was fucking awesome. Apparently it's not there anymore.
I don't know if you and I ever went there, but I went up there with who the fuck did I go up there with? That's irrelevant because nobody else would know who it was. But I've actually gone up there a few times with some people from high school. I don't think it was anybody from our class. I couldn't remember if you ever went with me. But
I remember when I worked for Joe Bear, my uncle's company that my grandfather started.
Yeah.
My dad and I would ride in a truck together. And my mom hated Wiener King. She hated it. She's like, I don't need to pay this much money for fucking hot dogs. But my dad and I are the kind of guys like I'll literally go down to OXXO down here and buy hot dogs all the time. My wife's like, why do you buy hot dogs? I'm like, they're fucking awesome.
Well, that's like me with Skyline. I love Skyline.
Yeah.
And it's really the only time and I've been dying to go to Skyline since I've been back home. I just don't want to drive the 35 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So the closest Skyline, I wish I'd put a Skyline here in Newark because I'd have Raising Cane's and Skyline in Newark, and I would be so happy.
Well, there was a restaurant that was an actual sit-down restaurant. It was called the Family Restaurant. That's what the name was called. And they had two locations. They had one on Lexington Avenue, and they had one over by the Wendy's I worked out on 13. And they had my cousin and I would go in there for lunch when we dug gas lines.
What are you talking about?
And it was they called it a chili salad. Mm-hmm. And it was basically nachos with some lettuce in a giant bowl. And it said it would feed two. And my cousin always took it as a challenge.
That's ridiculous.
We'd always take it as a challenge, and we'd literally order one apiece and sit there and eat it. And the wait staff would sit there and go, look at these two fucks eat that whole fucking thing. Jesus. And we're skinny guys. You know, we weren't.
Back then you were.
I literally weighed myself yesterday. I weigh 160 pounds right now, which is the fattest I've ever been.
Wait, what?
I literally weighed myself. My wife bought a scale because she's on a diet.
No, I don't care. I don't need the big, long, elaborate story. What did you say?
I weigh 160 pounds. 160.
I don't think I've seen 160 pounds since I was 10 years old.
I literally in high school I weighed 140.
I think
And I wrestled when I was in freshman. I wrestled at 125 and then 135.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been a skinny fuck my entire life. And I literally weighed myself yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm a fat fuck." And my wife was like, "How much do you weigh?" And I told her, and she's like, "That's not that big."
I don't know. Yeah,
for me?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that comment because I know for a fact I have at 20 pounds. You say Jeff weighs 180. I know for a fact that I have you well over 100 pounds.
You think?
Yes.
I was
now,
shocked.
granted, the last time I weighed.
The scale's in kilograms, so I had to pull out my phone and do the math. And I was like, what's this amount of kilograms in pounds? And I was like, 160. Jesus Christ, I'm a fat fuck.
Now, it's been a minute since I got on a scale, but the last time I got on a scale, I was at 295. One at a time. Shut up.
That's what my wife said. She said every time I get on it, tells me one at a time. I'm like, please.
The math is wrong, says Summer.
But where is that scale? I think it's at the top of the stairs.
Don't go up there. Lord knows you don't need to.
I'll pass out by the time I get to the top. No, I've yet to go upstairs today since I came down because climbing the stairs makes me dizzy.
But at the same time, I'm also over a foot taller than you, so the extra.
Well, I'm 5'3", and I have a small belly.
Okay, so
I have a pot belly, obviously, because I'm 40 and I drink way too much soda and I smoke way too many cigarettes. But I was shocked that I was 160 pounds because, like I said, this is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. In high school, senior year, I think I weighed 145, maybe 150 on a bad day. And I was
bigger than you.
Exactly. But I was a lot of muscle back then. I know that sounds silly because I'm so small, but I did track. I was a wrestler. I did cheerleading. I fucking worked out all the fucking time. I had a six.
Yeah, you were in advanced gym.
Yeah. Well,
Summer said she's taller than you and laughed at you.
That's okay. Next time you guys want something underneath the table, you can go find it your fucking self, you giants.
Why do you think we have 4 kids?
Exactly.
Outside of the fact that I couldn't fucking pull out if my life depended on it, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
My daughters are taller than you.
That's okay.
My son might be taller than you.
But see, here's the thing. I look cute.
One of my sons might be taller.
At any age, I look cute. I'm like the little bobblehead that you put on your dash.
All right. Well, let's calm down on the cute thing. I will definitely put you on my dash and smack you in the forehead on a regular basis, though.
That's what we need to figure out how to do. We need to find. That's the merch we need. Little bobblehead versions of us. That'll be fucking awesome.
That would be pretty cool. As long as my bobblehead's holding a kangaroo and a bear.
I'm gonna look up on where we can get bobbleheads of us made.
The boys will absolutely be taller than Jeff.
My bobblehead will be my size.
Life size
is bigger than me. What the fuck?
Life size Jeff bobblehead. Not so much life size Glick bobblehead because
I'm like the male version of Thumbelina over here, and the fact that I weigh 160 pounds shocked me. It made me want to go to the gym. Not that I'm actually going to the gym, but
I was gonna say you're not gonna go to the gym.
Actually, no. My wife is signing us up for a gym that is literally walking distance from the house.
Actually, Summer said, "Bless it." To you.
Bless his little heart.
Bless his little heart. Actually, speaking of the gym, I will be going back to the gym with this new job. Since I'll be off so early, I will be going back. Well, you know what?
Yeah, you betcha. Well, I know when my pops,
wonder.
my pops, after he retired from being a plumber, he got a job at the high school as maintenance. And he said, this is after I moved here, but he said his last like 5 years working at the school, all he did was he would fucking paint the lines for the football field, but he got full access to the field house, which had the weight room and everything, and he kept the field house working. The high school's not that big in the first place, so.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna be allowed access to the weight rooms and field houses or anything like that at OSU. But the gym membership that I have been paying for almost a year and I only used for like 3 months will come. Well, I'll have a schedule, so I can
go.
when I get off work, I can go. I mean, there's Planet Fitnesses in Columbus. I can hit on my way home. Yeah, I will be putting my big ass.
My wife and I signed up for California Fitness over here, and it's really super cheap. But they have so many amenities. They have a room that is literally, what's it called? It's they have like 12 or 15 treadmills in there and a movie screen. They always show movies with people running, and I'm like, the problem is I'll literally just stop there and watch the movie. I won't run.
Well, when they show Forrest Gump.
They did. The one day we were in there, they were watching Forrest Gump, and I'm like, I'll fucking run with Forrest. I ended up sitting on my treadmill watching the movie.
Yeah. I just kept running.
But they had like massage areas, and they had, massages were included. They had all this shit, and I was like, I'm not going to work out. I'm going to watch a movie, and then I'm going to go in the spa and get Helga to rub me down.
That's the cool thing about Planet Fitness is when you go in there, they got TVs everywhere.
Yeah.
And no matter what equipment you're on, you can see the TV. But pretty much now, when you're on like the treadmills and stuff, each treadmill has their own TV.
Right.
So you can pick what you want to watch, but all the other TVs around the gym all have sports shit on it.
Right.
So, which for me is cool. I can go in there. I can work out. While I'm working out, I can watch Sports Center. I can watch NFL Network. I can watch whatever. And then if I'm on the treadmill, which I do, believe it or not, I do actually get on the treadmill.
Now, see, when you go to the gym, do you use the machines or you use free weights? Because I am a 100% free weight kind of guy.
I use the machines because here's the problem: the free weights, because of my busted up shoulder.
Oh yeah.
And my back being busted up, the free weights, they don't do anything for me other than make me hurt. Where I can get the same exact at the end of the day, I can get the same results off the machines that I'm going to get from the free weights, because I'm not going in there trying to be some fucking muscle bound meathead.
I am.
I want to lose.
The problem.
Yeah,
that's my problem. I get in there and I forget that I'm 40. I forget that I'm 40, and I think I'm in high school again. And I start I'm like, throw 300 pounds on that bar. I'm going to bench it. And then I'm, crushed underneath it going, I'm old,
Yeah. And no, I just want to, when I get back in the gym, I just want to slim down and tone up a little bit.
Right.
I'm not trying to bulk up or anything like that, but
I want to get out of the gym looking like John fucking Cena.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's my philosophy, which is why it's a bad idea for me to go to the gym.
That's the thing. I can use the machines, and I can slim down and tone up, and still look better than John Cena. I won't be as well. Actually, I think I am bigger than John Cena.
I was going to say you probably weigh as much as he does.
I think I'm taller than him too. I think I'm bigger than John Cena.
Yeah, from my understanding, that dude's not very tall, but
I think he's like 6 foot, something like that. I would
literally be happy to be built like Jason Statham.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean,
or Ryan Reynolds. I don't necessarily want to be big and bulky, but I'd like to be ripped like a motherfucker.
Since Summer and I are getting married down in Florida on the beach, and I gotta. Yeah, John Cena is only 6'1", so yeah, he's shorter than I am.
I say he's not.
That motherfucker's 44 years old.
Jesus, he makes me feel old.
Yeah.
He's older than me, but he's in like 10 times, 100 times better shape.
Yeah, well,
it's easy to do when you got millions of dollars in a trainer, a personal trainer.
Yeah, exactly. No fever is a good thing, right? Though, babe. So maybe tomorrow, still, hopefully. But well, yeah. Since Summer and I are getting married in Florida, and we're getting married on the beach, and I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a speedo, I gotta look good in it. So I gotta get my
Yeah.
ass back in the gym.
Those squats. Get those squats and get your butt looking good.
You know what? You know what? I will use the free weights. I'm going to tie them to my pecker and see if I can stretch it out and make it bigger.
There you go. Little surprise for the honeymoon.
Yeah, look at here, baby. I've been working out my little dick. He's not so little anymore. Sir, you're not using those weights right.
Thin.
No, that's not how you
it's
use
longer,
those.
but it's really thin, Chris. What the fuck?
That's not how you use those, sir. Yes, it is. I'm doing squats. This is what we call the free swing.
Dick lunges. No, but I do need to. Like I said, my wife and I are signing up for a gym just down the road, and it is the basic gym of gyms. It's like I think there might be one TV, a couple of stationary bikes, couple of treadmills, shit ton of free weights. Because that's the one thing I insisted on. I said, look, if you're gonna make me go to the gym, there must be a shit ton of free weights. Because I'm stupid. I'll try to lift every one of them.
Well, see, that's that little bit. That's that little bit of bullshit.
But after the first 2 months, after the first 2 months, I'll be not necessarily in shape, but I'll be conditioned where I can start up in the weight and start slimming down.
Then you're just going to hurt yourself.
Probably.
So that's why I said the machines are fantastic because you still get the same results.
Right,
but you're not going to hurt yourself, and that's and like I said, I like going to. I
prefer the bench press over the press machine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like my parents, when I was in high school and I wrestled, they bought a all-in-one machine, and I used that fucker religiously. I was on it in the morning, before school, after school. I spent all my time on that fucking thing. And
that's what I like about Planet Fitness because they've got not that I ever use tanning beds or anything like that, but they've got the massage area and they've got the hydro massage beds. Which, if you've never gotten a hydro massage, dude, there is nothing better than after a workout to go sit on that motherfucker for a half hour. Because it goes from the top.
Just goes in there with. It's such a nice place. I'm not going straight to massage.
Yeah,
and then I'll take a 2-hour nap. I'm like, you done? I'm done. Worked out good.
I work out. Then at the end of my workout, I do a half-hour massage on the hydro bed.
No, I gotta go basic because if there's too many amenities, I play. Yeah. I gotta stay focused and where it's nothing, just one, maybe one TV, and don't put anything I want to see on it.
Well, like I said, that's and again for me, that's the cool thing about Planet Fitness is, because I'll usually, we're talking about fucking working out like we're some kind of experts or whatever.
This is chimneys and drink sodas and beers.
This is not a professional opinion. This is just what works for me. This is what I've always done. I have my own routine. I go and I get on the treadmill. And I don't even get on there for very long. I'm 15, 20 minutes. It's just enough to get my heart going.
Cardio going.
Yeah, get my heart pumping and whatnot. Yeah. Half the time I don't really pay much attention to what's on the TV because, like I said, every treadmill has their own TV. Right. I don't really pay much attention to what's on that TV at the end of the day. But then when I'm like doing my actual workout, because every TV has sports on it, so
right,
which is cool for me. So I can look up at the TV, do whatever the fuck I'm doing, and do my reps, get done, and then move to the next machine, and then
the nice thing about that is most sports you don't necessarily pay attention to every second of the game to know what the fuck's going on. Where I tend to watch the news. when I'm on the treadmill. But most of the time, I gotta have some music, and I usually end up listening to death metal. Get my
that's the thing. Like I have my earbuds in the whole time, so
Right.
I'm listening to music and whatnot. But it's just it's cool to have sports on because being a sports guy, I can glance up and I can see what's going on and whatever the fuck they're talking about. Usually there's closed captioning. And
Right.
unlike my counterpart, I can read. So, I can look up, see what the hell they're talking about for a second, then go back and have my music on or whatever. But the distractions don't bother me because once I get into that
zone,
I don't know. It sounds really douchey, but yeah, once you get into that zone, then the rest of this is what it is.
Well, but I fear going with my wife for the simple fact that she's going to want to work out with me, and I'm like, look, you can't keep up. B, I'm going to try to impress you.
Yeah.
But no, but like what I do when I go to the gym and what she does when she goes to the gym are two totally different fucking things. I'm trying to bulk up and tighten up, and she's trying to lose weight, and I'm like, look, you could go ahead and use this machine all fucking day. I'm gonna go over there and do curls until I can't lift my arm.
Yeah. Well, and that's why
it's funny because she bought a 12-kilo cowbell, and it's literally being used as a doorstop.
Yeah.
So instead,
which is
gym.
I've never wanted to go to the gym with anybody, and I can't stand the gym bros who want to come up out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, you want to work out?" No, I don't want to work out with you, man. First,
no, I don't want to spot you.
I'm just trying to do my thing, man. Just seriously, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
I gotta keep taking my earbuds out. You keep trying to talk to me. I gotta pull my earbud out so I can fucking hear you.
Yeah, I had a group of guys about 15 years ago. They were like, "Oh, let's all go to the gym together," and I was like, "No." And like, oh, come on, it'd be awesome. I literally would go in, get my entire workout done, and they're still on the fucking treadmill.
Yeah.
And I'd be outside having a cigarette. And they're like, what are you smoking for? Because I can.
You and gym bros, I feel like we get along really well since you were in advanced gym.
No, I can't. I can't. Well, when I'm working out, I become like laser focused on what I'm doing. I can't, if a distraction, like I said, if something's on the TV that I want to see, I'm stopped and I'm staring at the TV. So I have to keep myself, I got to put blinders on, so to speak, and I got to get laser focused. But it'll take me a month or two of going every day to get to that point where I can do it.
Well, and that's the other thing. I don't want to speak for everybody, or I'm sure there's people out there like me. But going to the gym is therapy. It is the one place that I have discovered that I can go to and I can completely shut my brain off. I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about, and I know this sounds horrible, but I'm not thinking about the kids. I'm not thinking about money. I'm not thinking about the stresses. I'm not thinking about the podcast. I'm not thinking about anything. It's the only place that I've ever been able to just shut my brain off and get. That's where I can go, and it's like I'm frustrated about this, and this. I'm these things over here are bringing me down, and I can go to the gym. It's therapy.
Well,
so I don't want to be distracted by working out with a friend. It's nothing against, like, if you and I were, like, say you lived up here and you and I went to the gym, I'd be like, look, we can go to the gym together all day long. But you go do your thing. I'm going to go do my thing.
Yeah. If we went to the gym together, it would literally be to save gas on the cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not to work out together. It's to work. We're going to the gym. It just so happens we're both going at the same time.
Yeah,
But once we enter the doors, we're complete fucking strangers because I'm focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But
You go do your thing. I'm gonna go do my thing. When we're
Yeah.
done, we'll go smoke a cigarette and go grab tacos.
Yeah.
And completely ruin our whole
Completely ruin
session.
the whole workout. But 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 yeah, no, I totally agree. The nice thing about like with the exception of well, before my wife got this job where she's working now, at the old place we did worry about money, but not as much as we did before she worked there. And where she makes enough now where we don't really worry about money. I mean, we don't spend it like crazy either because we're putting stuff away for savings for later. And so this time in my tenure of being in Cancun and being with my wife is the first year that I haven't been like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do about this bill coming up? What are we? I don't have to worry about that no more. It's relatively covered. Not that money's never on my mind, but it's usually like, what can I buy now?
Well, yeah. Well, what you need to be thinking about buying now is a laptop.
Yeah, well, that's on the list. Like I said, right now we're waiting for high season to come back because high season, the Cancun has a weird, like 2 months high,
it's an up and down.
3 months low. It's up and down. And
trust me,
Christmas,
I live in Charleston, so I totally understand the tourist thing. I totally get the tourist thing.
Right now it's low season, so where she's making money. Well, not right now. She had to take 15 days off because she got COVID. But we're literally anything extra we have, we don't spend. I mean, yesterday we spent a little extra. We bought Chinese food, but I cook most of the meals. The only real major expense is the mortgage.
Yeah.
Mortgage and transportation, and our water bill and food. That's literally our expense. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Me personally, it doesn't. It doesn't matter how much I'm making or how much money I have or anything. I'm always worried about bills. I'm always freaking out about bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but my bills are way less than yours. I guarantee it. But we also make
absolutely.
way less than you.
Absolutely. You also live in a third world country, and I live in America.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like
no, there's a.
But like, I actually put in an application for a remote job yesterday. I was goofing off on Facebook and somebody posted that they were looking for somebody to do video editing, and I was like, I can do that. I've done it.
I like a fool. I tossed my name into a hat for a radio show that's looking for a producer.
There you go.
Well, like, it won't happen, but
like a normal job, like well, the job you do now, pest control here, maybe, if it was an organized job like a company like Orkin, okay, most of the guys are just independent contractors. They just put their ad out and people, hey, I need a bug guy. But well, let's put it this way. What's something that working at a gas station, okay? In the States, you can make what's a working at a gas station counter. What do you think those guys make a month?
From what I'm seeing right now, it's anywhere between 12 and 15 an hour.
Right, but a monthly thing, because here they do salary. You don't do hour. There's no hourly here. It's weird. There's not an hourly job here.
Like I said, they're not salary. It's hourly. So I mean, if you make,
so they're probably pulling in what? Maybe.
So let's do this.
$6-7 grand a month. Maybe not that. Like $5 grand.
don't know what it was. So at $15 an hour,
40 hours a week.
40 hours a week. I literally just did it. They're making about about $2,400 a month.
Okay. Then that's if you are the manager at a gas station here, you're maybe making $1,200 a month. I'm not talking about the lowly guy that just shows up. I'm talking about the guy that runs the whole joint is making maybe $1,200.
But is that 1,200 American or 1,200 pesos?
1,200 American.
Yeah, but 1,200 American is a pretty good living down there, right?
No, that's bottom of the barrel.
Really?
My wife is pulling in about $4,000 a month right now.
Oh, why don't you have a fucking laptop?
Well,
Mr.
no,
Rich Guy
in
has
high
2
season.
bathrooms.
In high season. But see, my wife's also 100% commission only.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she doesn't sell, she doesn't make money. Period. There is no basic salary.
Hello, are you live now? I'm confused. Yeah, we're live now. Why are you confused? Facebook anonymous users.
That's weird.
Yeah, right. I don't even know who that
Not
is. I shut off Facebook.
But like your normal everyday job,
Yeah.
they like if you look in the paper for a job, which I know is a weird concept for most people nowadays. But if you check the paper for a job, most jobs start at 8,000 to 10,000 pesos a month, which is under $1,000.
Yeah.
And to find a job that pays more than 15,000 pesos a month,
Erica, what's going on?
You're basically looking at commission.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I know who that is. That is the anonymous Facebook
Oh yeah, who is
user.
it?
That is my friend from Canada. Well, basically Canada.
They're named anonymous.
She's anonymous.
Parents didn't like you.
No. That is super hyper. She is an OG is what she is.
Well, there you go.
She is from the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which is essentially Canada.
Yeah, more or less.
And she goes way back to the Periscope days. That's my girl.
Okay. Well, we're running on
Uber.
3 hours now.
I know. I'm actually. I was going to cut you off when I
I was
finished.
going to say, let's go ahead and wrap.
I was going to finish this beer and cut you off. You probably got engaged.
I'm going to watch this guy make dioramas.
I got a diorama for you.
No, there's this dude on YouTube. I'm going to give him a quick shout out. It's Laser Creations World. He makes the best dioramas I've ever seen. Like he 3D prints little gas cans and little shit. He did one that was it was a scene of a university,
Mm-hmm.
and one side was wartime, and the right side was wartime, and the left side was normal everyday life, and it was so fucking amazing. I watched the other day while I passed out to it. It's insane.
Nice.
I'll send you a link. The one video that I'm about to watch is 46 minutes, and he starts with nothing and creates a amazing scene.
You are like a 90-year-old man that just found YouTube. I just got yelled at. It's Upper Michigan, basically Lower Canada. She said, Upper Michigan, you shit. Trust me. She most of my friends that are up in the Upper Michigan area, they have Canadian accents.
Yeah.
She's Canadian. Just not like considered Canadian by the Cantonadians.
But yeah, let's go ahead and
But,
wrap up and
hey,
yeah,
don't
go
tell me
ahead.
what to do. Last time I checked, I'm the host of this show.
That's okay. I'm the one dying from
Tell me
COVID.
what to do. I'm the one dying from an unknown fucking disease. Just shut up. At least you know what you're dying from. I'm just fucking over here dying. You completely sidetracked me.
Yeah,
We was talking about something.
Upper Michigan.
Oh, we were talking about your wife being rich and you not buying a laptop.
I'm hoping to get one for my birthday,
Your birthday. What is your birthday?
the 4th of December.
It's coming up soon, man.
I know. It's actually on a podcast day, on a Saturday, no less.
I know. Mine's Sunday.
I know. I already got you a birthday present.
Too bad it's gonna. What?
Yeah, I got you a birthday present. You'll see.
Oh, okay.
You think I'm kidding?
Fair enough. You'll see. I can't.
It's nothing. It's the same thing I got you last year. There's a whole lot of nothing. No, I did something. I did something for your birthday that I think you'll get a kick out of.
Cool. Well, I look forward to it. Yeah, my birthday's on a Sunday. Like I said, actually this Sunday.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and include that into the wrap up.
Yeah.
A big box of black dildos. Why don't you calm your ass down, Canadian? We've had that discussion more times than I'd like to remember on this podcast about my totes o' dildos. Again, like I said, Uber's an OG. I love her. She cracks me up, man. She's one of my people that go for much like Mark and Krista. They go way back with me. They've seen a lot that's probably they've seen some shit and they're probably in therapy for it. But no, we are going to go ahead and close the show out tonight. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys in the chatters box. Uper, it was good seeing you. We're live every Wednesday and Saturday night, not just for Uper, but for all of you guys that might be listening to this. We are live every Wednesday and Saturday night, starting at 8 o'clock. I made that just for you
7
guys.
Central.
Yep. 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Saw the struggle, then you done. Yeah, you done. Yep. But so yeah, as I said, we are live every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Shine not done. No, we're gonna talk about Shine. If you guys do want to join us live and hang out in the chatters box, the more the merrier. Feel free to join us. We go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Haps TV is our home base.
Yeah.
You can also follow us on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. And you can find every episode of the podcast on Anchor. Again, that's our home base, Anchor, which is owned by Spotify. So obviously we are on Spotify. We're also on Google. We're on Apple, basically anywhere you get your podcast jollies. So go give us a liking, a pounding, and Jeff's favorite, a double thumbing. And we are looking to get into the interview game. A lot of things have changed in the last few weeks on the podcast.
Yeah.
We've got Pop's top 10. I fired Jeff. We got Pops. He comes in and does the top 10 list for us. Wednesdays and Saturday nights. Jeff's got his movie/television review that he does usually at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
And then we've
Watch
kind
The
of stayed
Guilty.
main.
Awesome.
Watch The Guilty with Jake Gyllenhaal. Apparently, it's an awesome movie. I'm gonna have to check it out. And then, of course, we have What the Fuck News, where Bob, the fish stick bandit. We break him out of jail twice a week,
Yep.
and he flies the
For
private.
him.
Yeah, he flies the private jet. Nonsensical Nonsense 1. He drives the Nonsensical Nonsense number 2 bus, and
Takes us all over the world where we learn
he takes us.
weird shit.
He takes us everywhere. We discuss the stupidity of the people that give us something to chat about. I kind of lost my train of thought because Uber was being sweet for a second. She said, "I'm so happy that you're doing your passion and your dream." Well, it took many years, and you know that it took a long time for this to happen. But anywho, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you like what you hear. Jeff and I, we know we're idiots, but we're trying to have fun, and we keep it lighthearted. And, the chatter's box is always open. You guys are always welcome. And tune in next Wednesday night. We won't be here Saturday because, as I said, my birthday is this weekend. My fiance will be up from Tennessee at some point, so we will be together this weekend. So there'll be no show Saturday night.
Podcast this weekend. It would be from coming between Summer's legs. So that's why.
That's probably not a lie.
Yeah.
If we did this podcast this weekend, it would have to be on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But so
nobody
we
wants
won't
to see Chris naked. So
no, absolutely not. You just laughing my little pecker. Yeah. But we won't be doing a show this Saturday, but we will be back Wednesday with a brand new show.
Yep.
With special guest, hopefully Rob Durham, high school teacher / comedian. You can find him at Rob Durham Comedy on all social media. And as always, check out our guys at Blacktop Mojo at all social media at Blacktop Mojo. Tell them Nonsensical Nonsense sent you. Yep. And also, while you're at it, go check out EDM Combat. We don't mention him enough on this show.
Yeah.
And we really should because he is 100% a friend of the show. He was our first ever guest. We had a good time with him. Actually, we didn't plan on having him on much longer than a half an hour. He actually stayed on the entire show and into extra, into overtime on the show. Actually, we went way longer because we were having so much fun hanging out with Rock Lee from EDM Combat. So I think I got all that out there, right?
Everything
Rob Durham, Blacktop. Rocky.
And then if you want to email us about being a guest, you can do so at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com.
I can't believe I forgot about that. That's my bad, man. I apologize.
That's okay.
That's your one job.
I know. And I made sure I got it in.
And again, follow us on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and check out all the episodes of the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Apple. Basically, just ask your dirty ass Siri, your whore Alexa, or that
Google Assistant
queen Google Assistant. Give me nonsensical nonsense. And you'll get it in your ear hole. You'll get it in your ear hole. And as Jeff said, and as Jeff said, you can definitely email us at what's that email again?
nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com.
I did all that because I felt bad because I just walked all over here. Didn't even give you the introduction or anything.
That's okay. Well, until Wednesday, I do want to say, take her easy. And if she's easy, take her twice. Yeah.
Wow.
I've been waiting
you
a while.
You could have taken this opportunity to have been like, hey, I know I'm not going to hear from you until Wednesday or see you until Wednesday.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I already got something planned, and I was already going to say you fucking prick. Jesus. You bastard.
No. You bastard. All right. Well,
we're going to go to Boston now. Be wicked smart.
Wednesday we'll be joined by our new co-host. That's not Jeff. But we are out of here. I'm just floundering and dancing around and playing around because it is what it is. It's what we do.
You're turning 40, correct?
Shut up, Jeff.
I'm just saying, it's better to be
Yes,
over the hill than buried under it.
Yeah, you're gonna be what, 41 this year?
Yes, I am. Sad.
Yes, I will be the big 4-0 Sunday.
So, you know what I did for my 40th? Nothing. It was awesome.
You know what I'm gonna do for my 40th?
You're gonna get laid.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
fucking hope so.
You're damn right. And on that note, we are out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you next time. Jeff,
Deuces.
hit him with it. There it is. Enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo at the end of the show, just for Jeff. He's just my guy. Love you, brother.
Love you
Take
too.
care of yourself. Get feeling better.
I will.
Little wicked women.
Yeah.
Little wicked woman.
Give it to daddy. That's your birthday present.
Shit, Chuck. You got a restroom key?
She cracked me up.
You got anything sharp? Anything you use to finish up? I got some hot dogs.
I got some Cheeto combos.
She likes the moon, she likes the night, she likes the blood on her hands. She dances naked through the trees until her eyes go red. She whispers prayers into the wind and she communes with the dead. She throws the bones into the fire and in darkness she stands. Raise the blade above her head. As I began to bleed, she said, "Wow, I'm all in the sky. Take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, the spirit in the air, give me a new blood. Make me a god like you." Around the woods, 1,000 eyes look on as she stops to feast. There was a smile on her face as she watched my soul leave. Licked her lips to back her head as blood ran down her chin. She said,
Hey, sir, can I help you?
Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Speedy Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos over there. It's kind of like a Ritz cracker pregnant with a cheese baby.
All right, well, let me just take one of these lighters and I'm gonna borrow your bug spray and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. Got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that'll be $13.62. And I'm gonna have to have exact change, sir. We're in a coin shortage at the moment.
This motherfucker. Coin shortage.
Whatever, man. Okay. Just that. No, I'm sorry.
The look he gives him when he hands you the bathroom key is priceless.
"I'm all in the sky. Take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, the spirit in the air, give me a new birth. Make me a god.
Oh shit, Chuck.
Oh shit, Chuck.